For this evening's game, the referee is Mr. Ronnie Blockinger, the umpire Mr. Bob Schwartz, the head linesman Mr. Fred Griffiths, the side judge is Mr. Josh Bevins, the line judge Mr. Chris Dunn, the field judge Mr. Reagan Jones, and the back judge Mr. Brad Johnson. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, as you remain standing, Emma Paul of Eureka College on the 50-yard line will begin singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the Rockies ran around, their bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank Go to the parents' tent.
Hello and welcome back to McKenzie Field at Pete Fiorito Stadium as the MacMurray Highlanders look to challenge your Eureka Red Devils here in a Week 2 matchup as the Red Devils come in at 1-0 after trouncing the Knox College Prairie Fire 42-28 in the 8th Annual Lincoln Bowl. I'm Thomas Harrison. Alongside me tonight is Kyle Cashdog, and we'll be bringing you all of the action live here from a beautiful Saturday night at Eureka College. Kyle, we saw a dominant Red Devils offense in the second half last week. Why don't you break down a little bit of that success for us?
Yeah, they got out to a hot start at the beginning of the game with a touchdown pass from Drew Barth to Jimmy Douglas III. They struggled a little bit going forward. They really picked it up, though, in the second half. They came out strong in the third quarter and just put the pedal to the metal against the Knox Prairie Fire.
This Red Devil special teams unit looks to take the field, ready to kick this one off. Looking to kick from the right side to the left side of your screen. The Red Devils coached by 11th year head coach Kurt Barth. We've talked about him in the past, has really led the renaissance here of Red Devil football as they are looking to renew a former UMAC rivalry. Red Devils, of course, switching conferences last year, bringing home the conference title in the NAC, former UMAC champions. This MacMurray rivalry was always one to look forward to in the past, and these players are hyped up for it in a Week 2 non-conference matchup. Don't let the non-conference fool you, as this one looks to be a nail-biter here as the Red Devils kick this one off. It is fielded inside the 5-yard line, and he is immediately brought down at the 20. Great coverage downfield there for Eureka. That'll be number 3, Datavion Woodson on the tackle. This Red Devil special teams unit led, of course, by kicker and punter Tanner Kenny, who received a NAC. Get the conferences confused here. Switching conferences, they dominated in both. The NAC Conference Special Teamer of the Week, Tanner Kenny. He will manage the kicking and punting duties here for the Red Devils as he will handle the kickoff duties. Kicks that one deep. The NAC Special Teamer of the Week, we saw him show off the athleticism in week 1 with the fake punt, getting a big first down there for the Red Devils as they looked to move forward to that 42-28 victory over the Knox College Prairie Fire on the first play of the game. The MacMurray Highlanders with a 3-yard carry. They're looking to run off the left side. This Red Devil defense did very well against the run last week, looking to see much of the same here in week 2.
Yeah, last week against Knox, we saw any time they had success, it was up the middle. Nothing along the sides running the ball at all.
As MacMurray looking to take a shot deep here on just the second play of the game. That one incomplete, just out of reach of the intended receiver. These Red Devil defensive backs did a great job in week 1 forcing those takeaways. This Red Devil defense, a strong point of this Red Devil team, returning some big linebackers in Austin McCarty and Mason Diedrich. We saw those guys really step up in the run game. Austin McCarty came up with a big tip ball that would lead to an interception for the Red Devils, leading to a takeaway. As now MacMurray, a 3rd and long here on just the 3rd play of the game with a 4 wide receiver set. Looking to go a quick slant over the middle, and they will complete that one. Eventually brought down at the 45-yard line of the Red Devils. That completed pass to Frank Davis Jr., a slant right over the middle. Really saw no contention there from the Red Devils as that one was left wide open.
Yeah, just wide open there in the zone, like you said, just found the soft spot and took it.
As the Highlanders here going with a hurry-up offense, getting to the line quickly, looking to drop back to pass again, looking towards the left side. That one just out of reach. Great coverage by the Red Devils on the outside by Matt Sutton. Looking to go back shoulder there. Matt Sutton had position on the ball. MacMurray looking to go hurry-up offense here, trying to change a pace here. MacMurray lost last week to Rockford, a NAC opponent, looking to come redeem themselves, coming in at 0-1 against the 1-0 Red Devil team here on the beautiful campus of Eureka College. Week 2 matchup. Everyone is certainly excited. A full crowd here as MacMurray takes a snap. They will hand this one off up the middle, not finding a lot of room as he is brought down after a 3-yard gain right around the 40-yard line.
We'll see if MacMurray continues this hurry-up offense throughout the night. Last week, cramping was a problem for the Red Devils, so we'll also see how that plays out. Hopefully they did everything preparatorily. Is that a word? I don't know. Everything in advance to hydrate themselves.
A 3rd and 5 here. The play action pass. They go with the screen, stepping up into coverage. Tackled just short of the first down marker by Tavian Woodson. Brought down at the 35-yard line. Frank Davis Jr. on the reception. This will be a 4th and short, but the Highlanders looking to keep the offense on the field as they get right to the line of scrimmage. Not wanting to get any substitutions here in the shotgun snap. Quarterback number 12, Bobby Tedesco, leading rusher and passer a week ago for the Highlanders in the backfield, as now they will reset, get the call from the sideline. They will go trips right with the lone man, number 84, Ian Lieb, the leading receiver from a week ago, to the left side. They will take the snap. They will try to go read option and drop down short of the 35-yard line by Mason Diedrich and Austin McCarty. They stepped up the linebacking core, getting a big stop, and the Red Devil offense will take over here on downs on the 35-yard line. The Red Devil defense, the first possession, gave up a score last week, and they really stepped up and showed exactly what they can do coming into the season here from the rest of that game, right, continuing that into game number 2, and the Red Devil offense will take possession, as we saw last week, an air raid attack, looking to take advantage on the first play of the possessions. Watch out for Jimmy Douglas III, number 1, lined up in the slot right now as quarterback Drew Barth III found him multiple times in the end zone, as now they will hand it off to him around the left side. He has the corner. He will prance out of bounds after a first down carry at the 47-yard line. Jimmy Douglas III, a weapon, oftentimes the fastest man on the field, 3 touchdown receptions last week. They look to get him the ball early and often.
Yeah, we talked about it last week. He's hard to game plan against because you can hit him on a long pass like the first play of the game last week, or you can hand it off to him and he can just run around guys.
A transfer into Eureka College at his previous school. He was a quarterback. He is an incredible athlete. You see him here in the slot receiver role for the Red Devils, getting him the ball in the first carry of the game. Now they will play action fake to Jokums. They will once again look over the middle in the passing game. That one intended for Brett Charlton, incomplete, a little bit low. That'll be 2nd and 10 for the Red Devils. As the Red Devils, we've talked about in years past with Anthony Reasonover, this was a run-heavy offense. This offense certainly capable of giving the ball to the running back, letting them work in between the tackles. But week 1, this team really looked to air it out. Quarterback Drew Barth, 5 touchdown passes in week 1. Barth will be in the shotgun set with Brett Jokums to his left. He will take the snap now. He will give it to Jokums. Contact made in the backfield. He will be dropped for a loss of 4 right around the 42-yard line. Jokums brought down for a loss of 4 right there as MacMurray did a great job of getting pressure from the edge.
It will be 3rd and 14 for the Red Devils.
3rd and 14 for the Red Devils here on their first offensive possession of the game. You see a few more wide receivers checking into the contest, looking to air this one out. An air raid offense that we haven't seen in the past, but in week 1 saw so much success. We will see some great receivers here, a very deep wide receiving core for the Red Devils. 4 wide receivers out wide. Jokums in the backfield. Barth drops back to pass in the shotgun set. He will swing it out to Jokums. Jokums has a head of steam at the 45, makes one man miss. He will put his head down and be tackled right around the 50-yard line as it'll be a 4th and a long 6 for the Red Devils. Right around midfield, we see NAC Special Team Player of the Week, Tanner Kenny, coming onto the field to punt this one away. But you don't want to cash this one in as an automatic punt, as Tanner Kenny is a very athletic punter. He will look to fake it. If he sees a seam, he will just pull that one down and run it here on a long 4th and 6 from right around midfield. Kenny gets the low snap, and he will punt this one deep. The high punt will hit right around the 25-yard line, get a great Red Devil roll, and that will roll inside the 5-yard line for the Red Devils as they will down it inside the 3-yard line. Nice punt by Tanner Kenny, a high ball that got a great bounce for the Red Devils, and now the defense will be in prime position to back this Highlander team up deep in their own zone.
That was not an easy punt there. That was a low snap. He had plenty of pressure coming from his left side, just needed to get it up and got the good bounce.
So his defense looks to take the field. They were so successful last week. After the first drive of the game, you could tell this defense was frustrated. They wanted to get right back on the field, prove what they could do. Now this Highlander offense is looking to come in the quick set as they just jog onto the field in their offensive set, pinned inside their 5-yard line. Now Tedesco will take the snap. He will hand it off on the interior, and they are brought down still inside the 5-yard line. A short 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 9-yard line. The 4-yard line, pardon me, for the MacMurray Highlanders as that Red Devil defense really sniffed that one out. Tedesco, obviously a running threat rush for over 100 yards in week 1, can also look to air it out. This Red Devil defense looking to speed things up, get the play call in from the sidelines. The play action pass, it will roll out right and dump this one off in the flat to the tight end. The tight end cut down there by Trayvon Moore. Right around the 12-yard line, number 80, Tanner Sossenbach. The play action right into the right flat. That'll be enough for a Highlander first down.
It is a first down for the Highlanders.
The first down for the Highlanders from the 18-yard line as they get right up to the line of scrimmage, get the play call. 5-man spread as Tedesco will be the lone man in the backfield. Tedesco takes the snap, drops back, looks left. And that one over the middle, brought down at the 31-yard line. That'll be 2 consecutive first down plays for the Highlanders as they are moving the ball early and often here on their second possession.
It looked like Moore just slipped a little bit. It looked like he was right on that route. He might have been able to break that up or slip the route and pick that ball off if he had not slipped.
As again, a 5-man set. Tedesco in the backfield. He takes a snap. The quarterback draw. He will look to go up the middle, gain 4 yards, drop just short of the 44-yard line, right around the 45. It'll be a 2nd and 6 for the Highlanders. Tedesco, obviously 100 yards rushing in the first contest of the season, a threat. You don't just want to drop everybody back into coverage. As you know, he will tuck it and run, as we saw right there on the quarterback draw. Empty backfield, once again, 5-man spread set. As the Red Devils get good pressure, they look to go to the left side. That one over the head of receiver Carson Reese. MacMurray looking in the passing game to go over the middle of the field, looking to get the men in the slot. The ball as they look to go a lot of slant routes. Looked like they were going for a little bit of a post route there right around midfield. You don't want to go on the outside against this Red Devil team because these cornerbacks, just elite cornerbacks, all conference corners in the past. You know exactly what these guys can do as they are just incredible athletes. Ball hawks on the outside. As now MacMurray drops back 3rd and 5. They try to go to the outside and right on cue, picked off by Matt Sutton of the Red Devils. They will bring the ball inside the 35-yard line, and the Red Devil offense will take the field once again.
That's just an ill-advised throw there. Obviously, we can't see what Tedesco is seeing, but from up here, that just looked like there was never a chance of any completion.
3 wide receivers to the right side, 2 receivers to the weak side of the field, both right around the sideline. He tries to air one out there, and Matt Sutton, a long corner for the Red Devils, an all-conference honoree in the previous season. He gets his first interception of the season, takes that one back to the 33-yard line, and the Red Devil offense will take the field.
Once again, 33 yards through the air from Drew Barth to Jimmy Douglas III, and the point after by number 1, Tanner Kenny.
Test 1 2, test 1 2. We apologize for the technical difficulties as we got unplugged up here. Things get a little bit exciting, and we were just really happy to see the Red Devils back on the board early here in week 2, as the special teams unit will take the field once again for the Eureka College Red Devils.
Isn't it just amazing how quickly momentum can swing in just 2 plays? MacMurray there was moving the ball, getting first downs consistently. Interception, boom, touchdown for the Red Devils.
The 3rd time in just 2 contests where the Red Devils have scored on their first offensive play of the possession. This passing attack, all of those 3 scores going to Jimmy Douglas III. Quarterback Drew Barth. In his senior season, we talked about how UC in the past, this was a really run-heavy offense. While this team is still very solid in the ground game, certainly looking to air it out here in Drew Barth's senior season, as he has been very efficient in the air. Great job, as now the Highlanders have a little bit of space on the kick return as they will bring this one across the 40, pushed out of bounds right around the 46-yard line by kicker Tanner Kenny. Carson Reese with the return for the Highlanders as he brings it to the 46-yard line. This Red Devil defense will come back onto the field looking to force yet another turnover. This Highlander offense looking like they're trying to go pass heavy here in the early going, with a really strong secondary for the Red Devils. Could look to be an interesting matchup. As you see, oftentimes team look to throw away from number 14, Trayvon Moore, as he is just an elite corner. You put a man one-on-one, he is on an island, as that is an elite cornerback in any conference. Here they try to go to the opposite side of the field, and they find Matt Sutton, another all-conference nominee. As again, play action looking to go to the right side this time, looking to go underneath. Tackled for just a 3-yard gain was Torian Smith. as the Red Devil secondary stepped up there. MacMurray tried to bring that one inside, a little bit of a screen look, brought down just 3 yards to gain. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 49 for the Highlanders.
I think a key for this Red Devils defense this week is just to stay away from the unnecessary penalties. We saw last week just a couple times they'd get themselves in trouble with the penalties.
They run there, a draw look for number 30, Ethan Downs, as he was able to truck through one defender and get a Highlander first down, taking that ball up to the 38-yard line of the Red Devils. A powerful back. You see a big, sturdy body there in the backfield. That is a power back. Not going to look to be a speed guy, as he was able to lower the shoulder and get first down yards. That ball tipped in the air. Another pick here for the Red Devils, as this one will be returned around the 30-yard line as Nehemiah Butler looks to cut back, dragged down right around the 33-yard line. Nehemiah Butler, a sophomore safety out of Elmwood, Illinois, picks that one off. Another tip ball. This linebacking core, we've talked about just what they can do in the run game, in the pass game as well, as Nehemiah Butler comes away with his 2nd interception of the season.
And once again, MacMurray's getting first downs. Just good defensive play by the Red Devils there.
The Red Devils will take over from the 33-yard line. Quick strike Red Devil offense. Look to see if they take the ball to the air here, as you see Caleb Favre, Jimmy Douglas III, and Pierce Bradford, the wide receivers, split out wide. We see Wesley Burris in motion. They will give the ball off to Jokums on the left side. He gets the corner. He goes around, tackled down at the 39-yard line. That'll be a 2nd and 4 for the Red Devils. Jokum came into the season as the number 3 man on the depth chart between Joe Hughes and Peyton Dowdy. Injuries forced him into the starting spot, and we saw a lot of success from him in week 1, able to come away with a score and great rushing yards, great production. Coming off the bench, you wonder if guys are going to be ready. He had a great week 1. Here in week 2, the starting man, a nice 7-yard carry right off the bat, as they will hand it to him once again on the counter. As he looks to get the edge, he brings it across, drags a couple men to the 45, and that'll be a first down for the Red Devils. The 6-yard carry for Grant Jokums. First down at the 46-yard line for the Red Devils. 2 runs right off the bat. The counter look right there. They got the MacMurray defense sleeping as they look to crash towards the right side of the Red Devils. He cut it back, a nice 6-yard gain for the first down. So a 3 wide receiver set with the tight end Colby Crittenden on the field, and Jokums once again flanking Barth to the right. Barth takes a snap. He drops back to pass. He's seen pressure up the middle. They look to swing that one up to Jokums. Bobbled a little bit. He is able to catch that one. Unfortunately, he will be dropped for a loss of 3 back to the 43-yard line. Great catch by Jokums, but MacMurray did a great job of getting pressure there on the interior of Barth.
Loss of a couple yards on the
It'll be 2nd and 13 for the Red Devils from the 43-yard line, as we see Brett Charlton check into the contest at the wide receiver position. The Red Devils once again here in week 2 looking to go to the air early. For a wide receiver spread, as we also see Blake Phillips on the slot to your right side. Barth drops back. He hits the man on the outside right in the chest, but that one unfortunately dropped right off the breastplate there of Charlton. That'll be incomplete. It'll be a 3rd and long for the Red Devils from the 43-yard line.
Yeah, 3rd and long coming up here. I think you got to get the ball into your playmaker's hands. James Douglas III has been that guy this year.
James Douglas III, 4 touchdowns here in the early going of the season. So Red Devils look to convert here on 3rd and long. Drew Barth drops back, looking to go to Pierce Bradford, as he will catch it right around the sticks. Able to get an extra yard there. That'll be a first down for the Red Devils to the opposing 43-yard line. A 3rd and long. The Red Devils able to convert there. Great job, the route combination, as Pierce Bradford came back on the hitch right to the sticks. You can tell right there, huge to have your wide receivers knowing exactly where the first down markers are. He sat down right at the markers, able to pick that one up, as the Red Devils will see a first down now from the Highlander side of the 50. Again, in the shotgun set, Barth will get the snap. He takes the read, fakes the handoff. He will bring it up for a gain of 3 to the 40-yard line. Jimmy Douglas III was in the backfield. He fakes the handoff there, takes that one up to the 40s. We saw a big hit in the backfield. Barth
7
able to read that one
for the
very
Red
well.
Devils.
It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Red Devils. .430 and ticking here left in the first quarter of action. 7-0. Red Devils looking to strike on their 3rd possession of the contest. This handoff for the Red Devils will be taken right around the first down marker. It looks like it'll be marked just short, just past the 34-yard line. Number 4, Sam Walter, a freshman, looking to get some carries here. As we mentioned, a couple of running backs going down for the Red Devils. Jokem's thrust into the starting spot, but this Red Devil team is one that looks to get a lot of position players from in the rotation. As here we see the freshman Sam Walter out of Washington, Illinois, taking the carry right there. It'll be 2nd and short for the Red Devils. So we have a player down for the Highlanders. We would like to remind you that, ladies and gentlemen, this broadcast is brought to you in part by Herod Law Firm PC. Herod Law Firm serves clients in criminal defense, family law, probate, and litigation. Call Herod Law Firm at 309-467-2381. The broadcast is also brought to you by Superwash, located at 104 South Calendar Street in Eureka. Call Superwash at 309-467-4825. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors here making this broadcast possible. As once again, I am Thomas Harrison. Alongside me is Kyle Cashdollar, and we will be here with you throughout the entirety of the Red Devil season, bringing you all the action from McKenzie Field. Beautiful night here as it has cooled down. We see a full crowd, and the Red Devils out here early to a 7-0 lead over the Highlanders.
Yeah, it's been a good start to the game for the Red Devils. We got a MacMurray injury right now. Hate to see that. We saw 2 big injuries last week with the Eureka running backs, like we've mentioned before. You just hate to see injuries no matter when they happen.
Especially early in the season here after a nice carry for the Red Devils. That one coming from Sam Walter, again, a freshman out of Washington, Illinois. This recruiting class for the Red Devils, a large recruiting class. Head coach Kurt Barth, we talk about it week in, week out. We probably sound like a broken record at this point, just talking about how great the recruiting staff is for the Red Devils as they are able to bring in so much talent. It's oftentimes hard. You see a successful program, guys want to play right away at this level, at the Division III level. And this coaching staff still able to bring guys in, bring them along. They get their chance. They seize that opportunity. Just a real tribute to how great of a recruiting staff this Red Devil program has.
Yeah, and a great example of that is Jokem's. As you said, he was number 3 on the depth chart for the running backs coming into the season, but he's been great so far.
Yeah, great for the Red Devils, an all-conference and all-state running back in high school. Jokem's certainly a lot of talent. We mentioned, how many programs do you see at the Division III level that have an all-state back at number 3 on the depth chart? Just a tribute to how much talent this Red Devil team has, looking to have a lot of success moving forward. Back-to-back conference championships, looking to make it a 3rd year in a row. This team was picked to finish atop the conference alongside of Aurora, just trying to prove themselves here early in the season in some non-conference matchups. So A-Man still down on the field, hoping that everything is all right. As we will take a quick look into the upcoming schedule for the Red Devils, as they will be on the road for the next 3 matchups against Albion, Aurora, and Wisconsin Lutheran before they return home against Concordia Chicago for homecoming. Make sure you come out to that one on October 19th at 4 p.m. The new facility here for the Red Devils, the turf field with the lights. You see a lot more late in the afternoon night games. Make sure you come out, as this is a great atmosphere to come watch a football game, the hometown atmosphere, but at the same time, you see a lot of people coming out here to support this local school, a lot of parents, a lot of people from the area. It's an exciting program to watch. Make sure you come out and watch if you can. If you can't, make sure you tune in to listen to Kyle Cashdollar and I. We will be bringing you all the action here on the Eureka Red Devils YouTube page. Make sure you check out the post-game write-ups, coming into the contest at eurekareddevils.com, as it will bring you all the action for all of Eureka Red Devil athletics on our website. It's good to see the Highlander making his way off the field under his own power. So it'll be 3rd and short for the Red Devils, coming back onto the field as we still see Sam Walter in the backfield for the Red Devils alongside QB1 Drew Barth. Wesley Burris also in the backfield at the fullback position, motioning from right to left. So they will hand this one off to Walter. He is hit right around the line of scrimmage, but he will drive his way forward. That'll be a first down for the Red Devils, just short of the 30-yard line. They will be at the 31. First and 10. Sam Walter doing a nice job of checking in as a change of pace. He will get the first down. And now we see Pierce Bradford check back into the contest for Wesley Burris as we will look to see a 4 wide receiver set for the Red Devils. Receivers on the field: Pierce Bradford, Jimmy Douglas the third, Blake Phillips, and Caleb Favre, the 4 wide receiver set. Barth in the backfield takes a snap. He looks to roll out right, shift the pocket here. He has all day to throw, and that throw comes up just short of his intended receiver, Pierce Bradford. But there is a penalty flag right around the 20-yard line. Looking to see maybe a defensive holding there. That flag coming in as we look to see the officials try to clear this one up before they make the official announcement.
Holding on the defense, number 45.
So that will be a holding on the defense. Number 45, Keyshawn Holder, a sophomore defensive back out of Riverdale, Illinois. You see the flag on that side of the field right around when the ball was delivered. The holding penalty, that'll be a 5-yard penalty, but I believe an automatic first down.
21-yard line of MacMurray, 1st and 10 for the Red Devils.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Devils from the 21-yard line. So Red Devils are knocking on the door of the red zone, looking to extend this to a 2-score ball game. Barth takes a snap. He will hand this one off to Walter. Walter cuts it back around the right side. He is trying to find the edge. He'll be brought down at the 17-yard line. Into the red zone go the Red Devils. Their first red zone possession of the contest, as now Jokums will check back into the contest for Walters. Walters, a guy that just a week ago probably didn't expect to see any reps at running back, checking in for the Red Devils, moving the ball downfield. Great job there by the depth of this Red Devil backing core. Into the shotgun set. 2 wide receivers to the left side. This handoff will go to Jokums. He'll go along the right, cut it back inside. He will cut it right around the 10-yard line. That'll be another first down for the Red Devils. They'll have 1st and goal from just short of the 9-yard line.
Great move by Jokums there. It looked like there was going to be a guy right there to tackle him, but he put his foot in the ground and cut to his left, got a few more yards out of it.
Yeah, looking to go off tackle there on 2nd down, cuts it back inside. The tackle goes right off the guard inside of the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal from the 9-yard line here as the Red Devils break the huddle, looking to extend this 7-0 lead here as the clock's ticking right around 2 minutes in the first quarter. Barth takes a snap, fakes the handoff. He will roll out to his left side this time, goes across the bye to Wesley Burris. Nice catch there by Burris, the fullback, as he is brought down just short of the 5-yard line. They will give him forward progress. Great hands there by Burris as that ball was a little high off the back shoulder. Great hands for a fullback. So now it'll be 2nd and goal from just short of the 5-yard line. Burris, such a versatile back, maybe doesn't get as much praise as he should. So oftentimes you see the big run plays breaking deep. You see Burris in on the action, as that is a guy who just loves to hit people. He loves to get to that 2nd level, hit a linebacker, hit a defensive back. Here getting involved in the passing game.
Yeah, exactly. He does all the little things that really would only get noticed if you do them wrong.
Now Barth hands the ball off to Jokums. Jokums around the left side. Man with his hand on his back. The flag comes in, but that'll be a touchdown for Brett Jokums as he dragged a man to the end zone. We will hope this one stands as where that flag comes in. It looks like that might be a holding penalty on the Red Devils. Jokums, though, from the 3rd running back spot. You see a great carry right there going off the left tackle, as unfortunately that will be brought back. That'll be a holding penalty on the Red Devils. Number 79, Martin Lesesny right there, a sophomore tackle, moving to left tackle this season after the departure of Barth. Hate to see it right there, but again, that play, you see so much from Jokums as you see the man had his hand on the back of the jersey. Jokums the strength to power through that, get to the end zone. Unfortunately called back. This Red Devil team, it'll be a 2nd and goal from the 16-yard line. Still looking to punch this one in with a 4 wide receiver set. MacMurray, a little bit of space there. A free play here for quarterback Drew Barth. He looks to the end zone, directing traffic, throws that one up just out of the reach.
pass, but a penalty flag
of
on the
Favre.
play.
That'll be an encroachment penalty on the Highlanders. Quarterback Drew Barth knew enough, though, the football knowledge, the free play. They had the entire MacMurray defensive line jumping the snap.
Defense number 95. 5-yard
And they
penalty.
knew they had the free shot, took the shot to the end zone, just unfortunately the ball a little bit out of the reach of Favre's hands. Once again, be second down for the Red Devils. They'll shorten the field here, however, getting right back around the 10-yard line. Red Devils break the huddle.
On the
Back to the line of scrimmage from the 11-yard line, second and goal for the Red Devils. Snap Barth looking left side, the quick hitter to JD3 as he looks to make a man miss. Lowers the shoulder,
Jimmy
goes into a
Douglas,
pile,
the
takes that one
third on the
just short of the
reception.
5-yard line. So now they will give it to him right at the 4 as he got a late push.
The 4-yard line.
It'll be third and goal from inside the 5 for this Red Devil team.
For the Red Devils on the
Getting the quick
4-yard
screen
line
there,
of the
they had Jimmy
Highlanders.
Douglas the third in the slot. He made a good move, lowered the shoulder, get it inside the 4. Interesting to see what the play call will be here for the Red Devils. In previous seasons, you obviously see right here, you just hand to Lee Anthony, let him lower the shoulder. But this team, much more of a passing offense.
Yeah, at this point, they could go anywhere they wanted.
Now Burris motions out to the flat. Barth will roll out right, moving the pocket. He's looking to go to Burris as he will just tuck this one and run, lowers the shoulder. He is met hard to be brought down just short of the goal line as it looks like it'll be fourth and goal from inside the 1 as there's a Highlander down right around the goal line.
Player on the field.
He is up, moving under his own power. Great to see, just quickly hopping up. Quarterback Drew Barth right there. He wanted to go to Wesley Burris in the flat, but great coverage there by the Highlanders. He looked to tuck that one and run. Quarterback Drew Barth, in previous seasons, he has been much more of a runner. We've seen here early week 1, early on in week 2, looking to get the ball downfield, work that one downfield, or hand it off. But here, you certainly see an athletic quarterback that is capable of lowering the shoulder when he needs to.
Yeah, and I love the aggressiveness here by Coach Barth. We saw it last week, them go for it on 4th and about this same distance. Unfortunately, they didn't get it then. Hopefully, we see a touchdown right here.
See the jumbo package checking in for the Red Devils. The crowd gets loud. The quick snap, they hand this one off to Jokums. He lowers the shoulder, and it looks like he will be in for a Red Devil touchdown from inside the 1. 4th and goal, the Red Devils go for it, and they find pay dirt as Coach Kurt Barth goes for the aggressive call, and it pays off as the Red Devils here up 13-0, looking to extend it to 14. This Red Devil run game is still not one to be tampered with. They find the end zone here as the first quarter is approaching an end, as we are under 5 seconds, as now Tanner Kenny in the special teams unit will take the field, looking to extend the lead to 14. MacMurray, the quick jump as Eureka didn't even get the snap off. And we've seen that oftentimes in the past, Kyle. We have seen defenses try to get a quick jump on this Red Devil extra point. So now it'll be a penalty on the Highlanders. Move this one up a little bit for the Red Devils. Must be a dummy snap count, something going on. As for now, 2 to 3 seasons, we have seen this same issue going on, where defenses just try to come across the line hot, and they just get offsides penalties, getting the Red Devils just that little bit closer to the goal line.
Yeah, this is our second year doing this broadcast with you, Thomas, and we've seen like 1 or 2 of those a game, it seems like.
As the Red Devils will decline the penalty. The extra point, really, the closer you get to the end zone, the more difficult it becomes. So you try to get that ball a little bit of an angle, get that one up and over the goalpost. Now the snap, the hold is up and good for the Red Devils. 14-0. Your Eureka College Red Devils over the MacMurray Highlanders with just 5 seconds in the first quarter.
Eureka College, number 1, Tanner Kenny.
As coming over the loudspeaker right now, Tanner Kenny, a speaker out of Princeton, Illinois, is the all-time leader in point after attempts for the Red Devils with 109 point after attempts. Tanner Kenny just 2 games into his senior season setting the record. A great kicker, a very versatile weapon. As we've talked about, he is a threat on special teams. He can tuck it and run at any point, but also a big leg. You've seen him pin it inside the 5 here for the Highlanders early. They're punching that one through as the Red Devils take the 14-0 lead as we are winding down the first quarter of action. Special teams unit takes the field. The Red Devils picking up right where they left off late in week 1. Week 1 against the Knox College Prairie Fire, a tie game at 14-14 heading into half. Not really what the Red Devils expected, as they were looking to come out and put it on the Prairie Fire early. But here against the Highlanders, they have come out. The defense has done a great job with 2 interceptions, getting the ball back to the offense in great position, letting them punch it in from a short field.
Yeah, it's been the perfect start to this game. They really had taken the momentum from the second half of week 1 and brought it right into the first quarter here.
Just never want to see a team get complacent, and this Red Devil team has certainly been with their foot on the gas pedal, as that kick will go through the back of the end zone. That'll be a touchback for the Highlanders. They will take this one from the 25-yard line. This Red Devil defense takes the field once again on back-to-back possessions with interceptions from Matt Sutton and Nehemiah Butler. Those defensive backs coming up big. A couple tip balls there from the linebackers. The defense has done a great job forcing turnovers early on in the season.
Thank you.
Highlanders now take the field from the
Ball on the
25-yard line.
25-yard line for the MacMurray Highlanders, 1st and 10.
For the Highlanders, Bobby Tedesco will look to get something going for this Highlander offense, as they have really not seen much success early in the contest. He drops back to pass. A lot of pressure on the interior from Julius Payton. That one just lobs up. Will go out of bounds. Incomplete. The end of the first quarter, that ball, a deep ball attempt, but guarded by Adrian Walker, a defensive back out of St. Louis, Missouri, a transfer from Iowa Wesleyan for the Red Devils. Great coverage there downfield. That ball goes out of bounds. The horn sounds, and it'll be the second quarter of action as we flip fields here with the Red Devils up 14-0. As the quarter comes to an end, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to remind you that this broadcast is brought to you in part by Herod Law Firm, PC. Herod Law Firm serves clients in criminal defense, family law, probate, and litigation. Call Herod Law Firm at 309-467-2381. We'd also like to remind you that this broadcast is brought to you by Superwash, located at 104 South Callender Street in Eureka. Call Superwash at 309-467-4825. And thank you to all of our sponsors making this broadcast possible. As we know, while some of you may not be able to make it out to the stadium, we have fans watching from across the country. We have the Veranda family watching us from their home here just locally. We have the Porter family watching us in Las Vegas. Thank you to everyone who has let us know they are tuning in. Great fans of Red Devil football. So we see a lot of excitement as this team, with a lot of hype around them too. Back-to-back conference championships, looking to make it a third, as this team is off to a hot start in week 2. Pressure off the left side for the Red Devils. A quick swing pass on the bubble screen for the Highlanders. That'll be brought down just short of the 35-yard line. Looks about the 32-yard line. It'll be third and three for the Highlanders. The Red Devils brought the pressure there off the left side. However, the Highlanders are able to swing that one out on the bubble screen. It'll be a 3rd and short for the Highlanders. Red Devils looking to come up with a big stop for a wide receiver set. They will look to hand this one off. Are the Highlanders? Lowers the shoulder for the Highlanders. The running back, number 30, Ethan Downs, has shown great power as he has been able to shed the initial tackler in multiple occasions here for the Red Devils. However, there is a flag down in the backfield. Looks like it'll be in the area of a holding penalty on the Highlanders.
Holding. Offense, number 61.
So that holding penalty will come in for the Highlanders on Taryn Williamson, a sophomore lineman out of Robinson, Illinois. That'll back the Highlanders up as they had first down yardage. But again, you see the flag come in right around the end of the run, oftentimes a holding penalty. Now this will be a 3rd and long. 3rd and 13 from the 22-yard line of the MacMurray Highlanders.
Yeah, 14-point lead early here in the second quarter is nice, but the Red Devils defense has a big opportunity here. Get the ball back and put them away.
See, no deep safeties for the Red Devils. They're going press man on the outside, and that ball completed for the Highlanders. Nehemiah Butler trying to rip that one away, but the Highlander receiver will be brought down near the 50-yard line, right around the 47. As the Red Devils manned up, they went press man at the line of scrimmage, and the Highlanders took a shot to the outside. That'll be a first down for the Highlanders, just past the 45-yard line, right around the 46. The hurry-up offense here is they will give that one again to Downs, and now Downs brought down just after a 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Highlanders. Going to the outside there, they got the matchup maybe they wanted. You saw a bigger receiver there in Lieb.
Tackle on the
Going
play
against the
by
safety,
number
Nehemiah
31,
Butler.
Colton Walsberg.
For the Red Devils, able to
And number
complete that pass,
33,
and then
Brendan
going right up
Durr.
the middle. But Ethan Downs, for the first time, really brought down on first contact. The play-action pass. Now Tedesco drops back to pass, and that one just out of the reach of the Highlander wide receiver.
80, Tanner
Lucky for the
Susenbach.
Highlanders that Susenbach, the tight end, was able to get a hand on that, as it looked like Trayvon Moore was in great position to pick that one off. Now you hear the bell sounding as it'll be 3rd and long, 3rd and 9 from the 47-yard line. This Red Devil secondary has truly proven to be a strength in the early going. 3rd and long, this is a chance for the Red Devil defense to really show what they're made of. These defensive backs have done a great job early in the first few weeks of the season. Now Susenbach, we will see shift from the left side to the right as the Highlanders get the play call from the sideline. Tedesco looking to hurry the snap as the play clock was winding down, and now there'll be a timeout by the Red Devils.
Timeout.
So it looked like we had trips to the left side. The Red Devils, a little bit of a mismatch there defensively as the Red Devils didn't like their set. Call the timeout. You don't want to let the Highlanders get a first down here, especially when it would lead them into Red Devil territory.
It looked like there was some cute confusion in the Red Devil secondary, so I'm sure that's the reasoning for this timeout.
As MacMurray, of course, looking to get the snap off quickly as the play clock was winding down. But, of course, you don't want to let some confusion hurt you defensively. Nice timeout there by head coach Kurt Barth as they will get the secondary set onto the field. Obviously 3rd and 9 with a Highlander team that hasn't seen much success on the ground when they have just short hitters, short gains. Tedesco looking to go to the air here. Make sure you have everything set. Hopefully force an incompletion, get them short of the first down marker, look to get a punt and get this red-hot Red Devil offense back onto the field. Four wide receiver set, trips to the near side of your screen for the Highlanders. Downs in the backfield accompanying Tedesco. Tedesco takes a snap, play action as he looks right, trying to find a man wide open downfield. He will shed off the Red Devil defensive back, waltz into the end zone as it'll be a 53-yard touchdown pass for the Highlanders. He had separation on Sutton, but able to catch that ball. Sutton not able to bring him down. That'll be a touchdown for the Highlanders. You hate to see that can be a big momentum swing. The big touchdown pass, 53 yards for the Highlanders as they just play action. The quarterback had his eyes to the left, came back right, found his man with a step on the Red Devil defensive back on the right side as he finds the end zone, cutting into this Red Devil lead. The left-footed kicker kicks that one up and good. 14-7 now for the Red Devils, still with the lead as the Highlanders cut into this deficit with 13 minutes and 18 seconds left here in the second quarter.
Definitely unfortunate for the defense there. The Red Devils had 2 chances on 3rd and long to stop them. Unfortunately, it's 14-7 now. Obviously, still a good start to this game. Give it back to the offense, see what they can do with it.
Looks like the Red Devils went press man right there, but unfortunately, the Highlander wide receiver able to just get a step and impress man with no help over the top. That could be just all you need. As he makes the catch, sheds off the defender, and he took that one in as he was uncontested from the 20 on in. 14-7 here. The Red Devils lead the Highlanders. 13 minutes and 18 seconds left in the contest. Now as the Red Devil return team comes onto the field for their first chance in this contest. Back deep to return for the Red Devils. We will see Datavion Woodson, number 4 Sam Walter, and number 1 Jimmy Douglas III.
Deep for the Red Devils, number 3.
Teeing it up for the Highlanders is number 1 Noah Sandoval, a junior out of Pontiac, Illinois.
Number 4 Sam Walter.
Teeing it up from the right hash. So we'll look to kick this one away. Kick will go deep down the right side, takes a hop and out of bounds, but it looks like that one may have hit Sam Walter. He looked to let it go out of bounds, take the illegal procedure penalty, but Walter got a piece of it. That'll go out of bounds right around the 10-yard line, forcing the Red Devils to take that one out of bounds. where it rolled. Unfortunately for the Red Devils there, a little bit of a mishap on special teams as they'll take this one from inside their own red zone. 1st and 10 for the Red Devils as they spot this at the 11-yard line. The offense looks to take the field once again. This offense has seen a lot of success. This is their first time pushed back deep in their own territory.
Ball on the 11-yard line.
Yeah, tough break there. Lost about a quarter of the field in field position there.
3 wide receiver set. Again, this Red Devil team will look to work almost exclusively out of the shotgun as Jimmy Douglas will motion from the left side. Barth seeing some pressure as he forced to step up in the pocket. He finds Pierce Bradford just off the back shoulder, off his hand, incomplete, right around the 30. Barth did a great job of evading pressure as he was looking at what could have been a safety. Steps up on the run, looks to find Bradford just behind him, about a half step, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Red Devils.
Yeah, I think linebacker for MacMurray, Colton Johnson, might have gotten a finger on that. It looked like Bradford kind of had a quick reaction right at the end. It looked like it was going to go right to him.
And this Red Devil team you've seen going very heavily on the passing game. So MacMurray brought the pressure, and the pressure almost hit home as now they hand off to Jokum's counter to the left side. He has some room to work. Brought down. He had one man to beat to maybe get the corner. Brought down right around the 15-yard line. It'll be a 3rd and a long 5 for the Red Devils right around the 15-yard line.
Number 10, Ahmad Washington. There was a gain of 4.
Gain of 4 for Jokums, brought down by Washington of the Highlanders. See the play coming in from the sideline. A 3rd and again a long 5 for the Red Devils. 3 wide receiver set. We've seen some success in week 1 on the RPO, the play action, find the man on the slot. Look to see if you see that again, as now they will roll out to the right side for Barth as he finds JD3, James Douglas the 3rd. That'll be enough for a 1st down, just short of the 30-yard line at the 29. The Red Devils shifting the pocket right there, getting quarterback Drew Barth on the run. He finds his number 1 wide receiver there, looking on the out route. That'll be a 1st down, big 1st down for the Red Devils, as now not forced to punt from deep within their own zone. Looking to extend this drive here as the clock is ticking under 12 minutes in the 2nd quarter. Hurrying to the line. A little bit of a jumbo set as we see only 2 wide receivers to the left side. Snap, they will give it to Jokums. Jokums looking to run off right tackle. Brought down after a 3-yard gain at the 32-yard line.
Once again, the ball carrier
for the Red Devils, it'll be a 2nd and 8. Jokums not finding a lot of open space. We've seen him when he can hit the corner. He's a guy has the moves to maybe free himself up in the secondary. But this MacMurray Highlander defense has done a nice job of getting to him right off the line of scrimmage. Really a solid run defense here for the Highlanders.
Yeah, Jokums hasn't had any big play yet, but he's been consistently getting 3 or 4 yards per gain. And with this passing attack, that's really all you need to keep things evened up.
Yeah, certainly just need to balance the offense here. Now, again, another timeout here for Eureka. Maybe not the personnel not liking what they see as the play clock was winding down. The 2nd timeout for the Red Devils will come with 11 minutes and 10 seconds left in the half. 14-7 Red Devils over the Highlanders. This Red Devil team, this 2nd possession offensively, they're coming out in a 2nd and 7 set here. We've seen so much success through the air. This run game, again, just short chunks, able to pick it up. This defense, with the exception of the 1 big play, the touchdown, of course, on the last possession, has looked very solid. You certainly think the Red Devils have the advantage here in the first half, but it looks like the Red Devils maybe have come out a little bit flat here to start this possession.
Yeah, I still think the defense will be just fine. Like I said before, just stay away from the penalties and they'll be fine. They've been very disciplined so far to start the game.
Very disciplined, and something we have seen in the past can hurt any team, obviously, but for this Red Devil team that can move the ball in chunks, you hate to see a penalty here. They've been very, very disciplined offensively. So now they have broken the huddle. Once again, going with more of the jumbo set with fullback Wesley Bursa in the game and tight end Colby Crittenden to the right side, with wide receivers Caleb Fauver and Jimmy Douglas to the left side. Bart takes the high snap, The counter to the left side. Jokums looking to spin inside, makes a man miss.
Number
Enough yardage for a first down to the
Jokums.
42-yard line. Grant
First
Jokums, the
down
8-yard
for Red
carry,
Devils.
made a man miss right around the line of scrimmage. A great spin move, gets the first down yardage from the shotgun set. Some teams struggle offensively running from that shotgun set. Sometimes you need the extra blockers, guys running from that I formation. Here the Red Devil backs, with this passing game especially now, forcing teams to respect the passing game, have more men in the secondary, a couple extra defensive backs in the game, and this Red Devil offense has found a lot of success on these counter plays, just making the defense get the first step one way. Jokums with the speed to make a man miss. So now this play action pass, Barth has all the time in the world as he finds Caleb Favre. He will take that one right across midfield to the 40-yard line.
Number 19, Caleb
The offensive
Favre,
line
the
there
junior
giving Drew
on
Barth
the
all the
tackling
time in the
line.
world on the play action
First
fake,
down, Red Devils.
as he had so much time to throw. He finds Caleb Favre, such a talented wide receiver, going over the middle of the field, was wide open, had a little bit of room for the run after the catch, just short of the 40-yard line to the 41. It'll be a first down for the Red Devils.
Yeah, love to see the offensive line give Barth that much time because at some point a receiver's bound to get open or draw a penalty.
Especially with such a talented wide receiving corps for this Red Devil team. They are so deep at wide receiver. They like to get a lot of men in and out of the game, but this team's so deep, so much talent. Any guy who has the ball in his hands has the potential to score at any moment. They give the ball to Jokums as he is tackled off left tackle for a short gain. It'll be a second and a long 9 for the Red Devils, just short of the 40-yard line. This passing attack, these wide receivers, you see guys coming in and out of the contest on virtually every play, and so much talent, so much quick hit ability, so much speed on the outside for the Red Devils. Now quarterback Drew Barth gets the play call from head coach Kurt Barth. He will break the huddle with a long 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line. Here in Highlander territory, 2 wide receivers to the right side, drops back to pass. The penalty flag will come, looking to see what the call is here as the officials discuss it right around midfield.
Play the snap. False start.
It's a false start on the Red Devils, unfortunately for them. So you saw the frustration from Coach Barth on the Red Devil sideline, backing the Red Devils up. It'll be a 2nd and 15 now from the 46-yard line. So going in the same formation, looks like it'll probably be the same play call here on 2nd and long. False start there by the Highlander defense. No flag comes out. Barth steps up in the pocket on the run, throws that one, finds Jimmy Douglas the third right around the sticks there. We'll wait to see the mark. Looks like he is right around the first down marker at the 29-yard line. Interesting to see where they spot this, as it'll either be a first down or a 3rd and very short.
First down it is.
First down.
So they will give the Red Devils a first down. Great play, as Barth was expecting the free play there. You saw clearly the Highlander defensive tackle coming across the line of scrimmage. He was expecting to be able to go deep. Saw no flags on the play. Not taking the risk he might if he had the free play. Able to step up and find Douglas on the move. First down for the Red Devils right on the 30-yard line. So now hand this one off to Walter. Picks up a 3-yard gain inside of the 30 to the 29.
Sam Walter to the
2nd and 7 for the Red Devils. We've seen Walter get much more action than maybe he would have anticipated coming into the season. Again, maybe on the depth chart in the number 4 spot, but now you see the top 2 guys go down in the first couple weeks of the season. Of course, hoping they're okay, but Walter stepping up and putting in some good carries here early on in week 2.
Now we see another injury down on the field. A MacMurray player again. This is the opposite of what happened last week, it seems. It was Eureka player every single time down on the field. Now it's the other way around.
Highlanders again hope to see everything is okay as these training staffs looking to take care of their players on the field. Both sides doing a great job with that, as we are looking inside of 8 minutes here in the first half of action. 7:54, Eureka College up 14-7. Again, that graphic on the top of your screen. Brought to you by Herod Law Firm PC. Herod Law Firm serves clients in criminal defense, family law, probate, and litigation. Call Herod Law Firm at 309-467-2381. This broadcast is also brought to you by Superwash, located at 104 South Calendar Street in Eureka. Call Superwash at 309-467-4825. Thank you to our sponsors for making this possible. Again, just a beautiful Saturday evening here in Eureka College. It has cooled off very nicely. We are here up top of the scorers booth. Just a great view of the field that we are giving to you folks. Such a great atmosphere. You love all the fans. The tailgating lot was packed pregame. 98.5 KISS FM was there DJing the tailgate. Great to see everyone just having a great time here at Eureka College, as you love to see the end zone grass area packed on the left side of your screen as the Highlander defensive lineman able to make his way off the field. So Red Devils now will restart their possession, 2nd and 7 from the 29-yard line. Whistle blows as the ball is back in play. Barth in the shotgun set. So he will hand this one off to Walter. Walter with a lot of speed, looking to get the corner. He has the corner. One man to beat to the end zone. He goes into the end zone, finds pay dirt. Touchdown, Sam Walter. 29-yard touchdown run for the freshman running back out of Washington, as the Red Devils once again with a 2-score lead here as we are working late in the first half of action. Sam Walter, you saw him turn on the burners. He got the edge, and that was all he needed. One man to beat. 29 yards out, finds the end zone. The depth of this Red Devil run backing core just absolutely incredible, as we have seen in the first 2 weeks, as they have so many guys that they can count on for some big plays. Touchdown, Sam Walter and the Red Devil offense, as now that extra point is up and good for the Red Devils. Tanner Kenny punches that one through. 21-7, as now that 110th point after attempt breaks the record for Tanner Kenny. So Red Devils up by 14 here. Sam Walter's first touchdown, as you see the local boy getting some love from the crowd out of Washington, Illinois, just down the road here from Eureka College. Local fans love to see it. Just a great run, great blocking up front, great blocking downfield. You saw a lot of speed there from Sam Walter. Just nice play call, the execution on every phase of the blocking, as the Red Devils back up 21-7. .740 left here in the first half. Red Devil kicking unit looks to take the field once again, as they have been busy early on in the season. 48 points in week 1, now 21 points up on the board with 7:40 left in the first half of action here in week 2. Back deep to return for the Highlanders. You'll see Jeffrey Fisher and Devontae Davis. Tanner Kenny lines this one up from the left hash. Kicks it deep. It will take a bounce right around the 20-yard line, hops straight out of bounds. Unfortunately, a bad hop there for the Red Devils. As we see a flag come in around the 45-yard line, looks like there was a little bit of extracurricular activity between both sides. Interesting to see who that penalty is on, as that could be big as that ball goes out of bounds. Looking to give the ball to the Highlanders in great field position. So we listen up as they try to sort this one out on the field. Looks like the officials still trying to discuss. Oftentimes you see activity like that on the field. It's hard to determine who made the first move, who the penalty is actually on. So the officials making sure they get everybody's input here. Red Devil defense lined up right around the 50-yard line. So it looks like we will get the official call.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Free kick out of bounds on the kicking team. The ball be placed at the 35-yard line.
The initial call will be the illegal procedure on the Red Devils. Out of bounds ball at the 35-yard line, but that 15-yard penalty will go on the Red Devils. So that will give the Highlanders the ball at the 50-yard line. Unfortunate turn of events for the Red Devils.
Yeah,
as now they will get the ball. The Highlanders will get the ball right around midfield.
Just totally unnecessary there. You've already given them good field position at the 35, and this is just pouring salt in the wound here, giving them the ball at midfield. Just totally unnecessary penalty.
At the 50, the Highlanders will line up from the right hash. 5 wide receiver set. The snap, they will look to go to the quarterback draw there as Tedesco is met by Peyton up the middle. A 4-yard gain up to the 54-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Highlanders. Seen that quarterback draw a few times. Tedesco, obviously in week 1, led the Highlanders in rushing with 130 yards, 8.1 yards per carry for Tedesco, but he hasn't seen a ton of success here against the Red Devils.
Well, the Red Devils defense has done a pretty decent job of locking him up.
Again, Tedesco will look to take the shotgun snap. He drops back, looks left side, pump fake, tries to go over the middle. That one complete to the Highlanders, Frank Davis Jr. A big body wide receiver going up the middle on the slant. That'll be enough for a first down to the 30-yard line. That ball fake, Jack, just enough separation for Frank Davis Jr. to get some space, get the reception, first down for the Highlanders. Again, working quickly here, back in the 5 wide receiver set. As we see a man in motion to the left side. Drops back, looking to go deep. This ball will be completed once again into the end zone. Touchdown Highlanders. So we see the flag come down, but I have to believe that is going to be a pass interference on the Red Devils, as it looks like that touchdown will stand, a 30-yard touchdown to Demetrius Curry, 6'3", 195 on the outside. That is a big body, especially in Division III on the outside. So that is the second time they've gone to that play, as Curry has about 80 yards in 2 touchdowns, in 2 receptions. The holding penalty will be on the Red Devils in the secondary. That'll be declined, of course. That'll be a touchdown for the Highlanders. So we just see the ball fake to the left, back to the right side again. 2 touchdowns on that same play for the Highlanders.
We've mentioned that the Red Devils defense has been able to lock up Tedesco's legs pretty well, but these past couple drives, he's had plenty of success in the air.
Nice play calling there for the Highlanders, as now it'll be 21-14 as that extra point is knocked through by Sandoval. 21-14, 6:33 here in the second quarter. Highlander offense struggled early on trying to go to the air as the Red Devils found 2 takeaways. But in the last couple of possessions, the Highlanders finding some room to work on the right side as they have gone deep multiple times. And again, all you need, just that half step for the Highlanders, as again, Demetrius Curry, 6'3", 195. That is a big body on the outside. If you're trying to tackle him from behind, that is a hard man to bring down when he has a full head of steam. His second touchdown reception of the game, and now the Red Devils will send 3 men back deep to return. In Woodson, Walter, and of course for the Red Devils, the speed man Douglas. Sandoval tees this one up, looking to kick from the right hash. Kicks this one deep, will be returned by Walter inside the 5. Walter looking to get some room on the left side. He finds the seam as he is up the left side. He is pushed out of bounds inside the 45-yard line, just short of the 50. Great blocking there for the Red Devils as Sam Walter, the freshman, we've seen the speed. He got a couple blocks deep. A 40-yard return for Walter, giving the Red Devils great field position here to start this offensive possession.
Perfect start. Really need a bounce-back drive here after that touchdown.
Great athlete. Certainly someone to look forward here in the future for the Red Devils, as Walter has showcased his talents here early in the first half of this Week 2 contest. 6:25 in the second quarter. The Red Devils with 1 timeout looking to pad their lead. So they try to go with the jet sweep to the outside, a gain of 3. Jokums tackled after a gain of a long 3, just short of 4, near the 50-yard line at the 48-yard line. Again, the Red Devils haven't seen a big gainer on the ground so far, but the 4 5-yard carries have been very consistent for this Red Devil team. You'll take that every time as you're just looking to wear down a defense. Hopefully in the second half, you can get a big hitter here on the ground. 3 wide receivers set for the Red Devils. Barth takes the snap, hands it off to Jokums again. The counter left side. Take that one across the 50 to the 49-yard line of the Highlanders. It'll be a 3rd and 3.
Down to the 49-yard line of MacMurray.
From the 49-yard line.
3rd and about 4.
Again, we talk about the 3 4-yard gains for the Red Devils. Take that every time. Now you get into that 3rd and short, kind of a mid-range down. You go back to the ground where you've seen some success in that area, or do you try to air this one out right around midfield? Even if you get your punt team on the field, you never know if it's going to actually be a punt with Tanner Kenny, the speed demon, back there. So now Barth will drop back. He faces pressure off the right side, throws that one to the left. Looks like the Red Devils, they had a hand on it, just incomplete as that ball just a little bit low. It'll be 4th and 3 for the Red Devils as they send the punt team onto the field. Once again, though, right around midfield, Tanner Kenny, you've seen him do it in the past, earned himself a knack. Special Teams Player of the Week in the previous week. Don't be surprised if he sees a seam to tuck it and take off.
That was an unfortunate 3rd down play there for the Red Devils. It looked like on this short side here that Pierce Bradford is wide open.
Throw just a little bit low, just a little behind Bradford. He had a hand on it, unable to come away with that one as we see motion to the left side. This snap a little bit high to Kenny. Rolls out to his right. He will punt that one. It hits at the 30. Again, a nice bounce for the Red Devils as they will down this one right around the 20-yard line.
After the punt by number 1, Tanner Kenny, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Highlanders.
That punt will net right around 29 yards for the Red Devils as this defense will take the field looking to shore some things up. This group clearly not happy. They've given up the 2 long touchdown passes in the previous possessions after a couple takeaways, looking to steady some things up as the Highlanders take the field 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Looking to make something happen under 5 minutes here in the first half. Tedesco takes a snap, fakes the handoff. He looks right side, finds a man on a short hitch, good for a gain of 6 to the 26-yard line.
Seems like the pattern of this MacMurray offense is those quick hitters right out to the flat, a couple in a row, and then they go long for what we've seen, a couple long touchdowns.
Certainly trying to soften up the defense, getting them to work a little bit more towards the line of scrimmage, and then trying to get the one-on-ones on the outside when they can. As again, 4 wide receiver set. Tedesco, play action. He looks to go to the left side. He will be sacked in the backfield for a loss of 4. Pressure from the Red Devils as they came off the left side. Tedesco looking to get rid of that one early. Lucky he was able to pull that one down and not fumble as the Red Devil defense line just swallowed up Tedesco in the backfield for Alexander Britton as he comes away with the sack. The hometown kid, the freshman out of Eureka, Illinois, with the sack. It'll be 3rd and a long 8 for the Highlanders. So they get the play from the sideline, trying to see what Eureka is doing defensively. Tedesco gets the snap. He drops back to pass, looking right side. They try to go to that same play, the one-on-one deep downfield, but this time the throw just short, incomplete for the Highlanders as they tried to go with that single-man coverage along the right side. Trayvon Moore, however, on the coverage this time. The Red Devils' top corner, an elite corner on the outside in man coverage. They put him on the lone man this time, and that throw comes up short.
Yeah,
It'll be 4th and long for the Highlanders.
Part of the reason that ball was short, the defensive line got pressure on Tedesco again for the 2nd play in a row. Just wasn't able to step into it as much.
Yeah, Tedesco, again, the quick hitters, but this Red Devil defensive line on this possession did a great job forcing some pressure from the outside. Coming off that left edge, they did a great job of getting some pressure. That punt fielded by Jimmy Douglas III as he will fair catch that at the 38-yard line. Sandoval punted that one deep as the Red Devils will get the ball back quickly here. 3:26 left in the first half of action, leading by one score, 21-14. The offense comes back onto the field. We've seen them be the quick-hitting offense. You look here, try to put a drive together, kill some time, but no matter what, the ultimate end goal, you just find the end zone in any way you can, especially with your defense coming off of that possession. You have no worries if you give the ball back to MacMurray with a little bit of time on the clock. Two wide receivers to the right side, tight end and fullback on the field. They give it to Jokums off the left side as he is met by the linebacker for the Highlanders. He is brought down after a gain of 3 yards. It'll be a 2nd and 7 for the Red Devils. As now there was a little bit of extra activity as it looked like Colby Crittenden down the field had his man about 10 yards off the ball, just absolutely blew him off the line, took his man down to the ground. Saw the officials come together and meet about it. Then we see 2 flags come out. Seems like a little bit of a late call. It'll be interesting to see what we get here on the field.
After the play was over, personal foul, number 8.
So they will, in fact, call a personal foul on the Red Devils. 15 yards from the previous spot will be a 2nd and long for the Red Devils. Seemed like a very late call for what was going on. Crittenden had a great block downfield, just maybe took his man a little bit too long. Now pushing the Red Devils back inside their own 30.
Reporting to the end of the ramp on the Eureka side at this time. Once again, Eureka College football alumni, please report to the bottom of the ramp on the Eureka College side.
It'll be 2nd and about 25 for the Red Devils from their 25-yard line. Just an untimely penalty here as now the whistles blow from the sideline. Maybe a clock issue as we look to get things worked out here.
For the Red Devils.
So Red Devils just unfortunately there picked up about 5 yards, pushing them back, however, 15 from the original line of scrimmage.
Once again, just losing their discipline, losing their composure a little bit maybe. And again, another unnecessary penalty that really kills them. Now 2nd and 22 when they would have had 2nd and 6 or 7, just really hurts.
Again, the officials looking to work something out here on the field, but if there was a team capable of getting this long first down at the 2nd and 26 marker, it's this Red Devil team, as we have seen so much talent through the air. We've talked about the deep receiving core for the Red Devils, and quarterback Drew Barth has just been so efficient here early in the season. You love to see it. We've seen very few incompletions. Last couple drives, we've seen a few mishaps, but overall on the season, we have seen Barth play very well. A lot of nicely placed balls down the field.
Correction. Be awarded 5 yards. The ball will be placed 15 yards from the end of the run. Still 3rd down.
So now as they get things settled, it'll be 15 yards from the end of the carry. So we'll give the Red Devils a little bit more breathing room as they are right around the 30-yard line.
Yeah, the official said 3rd down. There's pretty sure that's only 2nd down.
Looks like, again, they're looking to get things settled on the field, but Kyle, like you mentioned, that penalty should result in 15 yards from the end of the carry, a replay of the down. It looks like when everything is said and done, it will be 2nd and 18, 19-ish from the 31-yard line.
Yeah, there's just so much confusion right now. Easy to see how the officials could get their wires crossed a little bit.
So now the officials break the huddle, and we see on the down marker it will be 2nd and 18 for the Red Devils. Get everything settled. Again, 2nd down for the Red Devils, giving them that extra down to work.
2nd
3:05 and ticking on the clock, as now the official will put the ball back in play. So we are under 3 minutes in the first half. He'll play action fake to Jokums. Barth rolls out right. He faces some pressure, looks to get that one off. See if they say he was down or incomplete.
Number 44, Wesley Burris.
Looks like they will call that one incomplete, fortunately enough for the Red Devils, as that was awfully close. Barth able to get that one off before he was sacked. It's again a second, now third and very long for this Red Devil offense. Seeing pressure off of that left side of MacMurray. That was number 92, Briston James. As he came off the left side, forced Barth to roll out to his right, was able to get some hands on him, force the incompletion, third and very long for the Red Devils. Now the low snap corralled by Barth. He steps up, looks to find Jimmy Douglas deep down the field. He gets that one. Looks like he had possession, gets the 1 foot down across the 50-yard line. Great ball by Drew Barth. Great catch there by JD3 as he brings that one down on the Highlander side of the field. Good for a first down. Third and very long. Barth steps up, delivers a beautiful ball as Jimmy Douglas III knew enough. He had to get that 1 foot down, catches it, gets possession right along the sideline. Incredible play by the Red Devils, extend this drive, looking to push this 7-point lead to a 2-score ball game. The low snap once again to Barth. He steps up, looking left side, looks to find the man over the middle, and he finds his man, Caleb Favre, good for a 12-yard gain. Looks like Favre took a little contact, was falling to the ground. Still able to keep his eyes on it. Back-to-back first downs for the Red Devils as they are moving the ball very well here late in the first half of action.
That long third down play, great footwork we saw along the sideline by Jimmy Douglas III. Now they're gaining a little bit of momentum. We see another first down immediately. Good things for the Red Devils offense.
See, oftentimes in this hurry-up offense, the offenses maybe find a little bit of a spark in this passing game. Barth has done a great job finding the open man. They swing it out left to the screen pass as JD3 has some room. He is pushed out of bounds right around the first down marker. He'll be about 1.5 yards short inside of the 30. So the Red Devils have the ball, second and short, 1:42 left in the first half of action. This passing attack has come alive on this drive. That third and long play, you'll see that in the highlights. We can't talk about that enough, as that was just a great read by Barth. Jimmy Douglas just finding the open space, able to have the state of mind, get the foot down, control the ball, get the big first down for the Red Devils. That could be a big momentum swing as the Red Devils looking to punch this one in. Play action to Jokums. Barth forced to roll out once again. He finds Burris in the flat. Burris makes a man miss around the 20. He cuts back inside, lowers the shoulder. He is upended at the 12-yard line. That'll be good for another Red Devil, a first down as Wesley Burris puts on the moves. See him as a power guy. He had the sweet feet right there. He makes a man miss, cuts back inside the hashes. That'll be a 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Facing pressure off the right side was Barth. Dumps it off to Burris in the flat. Great job there as the Red Devils will once again get first down yardage. So we're ticking right around a minute. They hand it off to Jokums. Jokums looking to bounce it offside. He's across the 10-yard line. Pushed out of bounds, tackled late. We saw a flag come in again in the area. Maybe a holding. Jokums tackled a little late. You thought maybe it could be a personal foul there late. Looks like no flag will come out. However, it looks like that rush will be negated by a Red Devil penalty.
Yeah, on the sideline there, it didn't look like anything was real excessive. Just kind of pushed him out of bounds and went down afterwards.
Over there, call a face mask on the defense of the Highlanders. That'll be on Corbin Edwards. You see that flag come in right around the line of scrimmage. You see it in a big grouping. Oftentimes you think it is the holding call. However, the Red Devils will benefit from that one. That'll be a first and goal for the Red Devils after the face mask penalty. First and goal, this Red Devil offense really virtually unstoppable in the red zone, as you see so much versatility as they will break the huddle here, head to the line of scrimmage, looking to punch it in as the clock is right around a minute left in the first half of action. Low snap. Play action fake. They will find Burris right at the goal line. Burris sheds a defender. Touchdown, Red Devils, as quarterback Drew Barth continues his breakout season here. Finds the end zone. Wesley Burris, the senior fullback out of Monmouth, Illinois. The great hands, makes a couple big plays on this possession. Finds the end zone The Red Devils push this to a 2-touchdown lead here under a minute in the first half.
What an impressive drive by the Red Devils. They were 3rd and long. It looked like they were going to have to give MacMurray the ball back with plenty of time on the clock. Instead, they go down for 6, hopefully 7 here.
You see a guy like that as his extra point is up and good, 28-14 for the Red Devils. Wesley Burris, we love to give him the shout-outs because that is a guy that just works as hard as he can. That is a guy, he doesn't care if he has a ball in his hands. What matters to him is this team's success on offense. He will go out and hit a man. You ask him, I would put money on he would rather lay a block than have the ball in his hands. But right here you see him sneak out to the flat. Great hands as he took a hit right at the goal line, able to hold on to that one. Touchdown for the Red Devils. 28-14, 58 seconds left here in the first half. It's the Red Devils special teams unit looking to take the field. This defense looking to get one last stop here late in the first half of action. Go into the locker room with a 2-score lead. This high-powered offense put up 48 last week, 28 already here in the first half. Under a minute. You might think it's close to ticking down, but I wouldn't count the Red Devils out here as, again, a quick scoring offense. This defense has been known to get a takeaway or two, so you have to think the Highlanders might look to take a shot here late in the first half. This kickoff, the squib kick right around the 30, fielded at the 25 for the Highlanders. As they will look to center this one up, brought down just past the 35, right around the 36-yard line with 53 seconds left in the first half of action.
Yeah, only 53 seconds left, but there is plenty of time for this offense to score again. They've got all 3 of their timeouts. Really need to be careful on defense here, not let up the big play.
You've seen the Red Devils Is a holding penalty as the Red Devils saw a ton of pressure on the interior. Tedesco did a nice job of stepping up, evading pressure, working out to his right. This call could come down to be a big one here in the contest. 28-14, Red Devils, 10 seconds on the clock. It will be a holding penalty on the Highlanders. Number 64, Zane Raining. It'll back the Highlanders up. Big break there for the Red Devils as Tedesco was able to step up in the pocket, roll out. Looked like he had first down yardage inside the 5. However, he'll be backed up. 10 seconds left. The Highlanders with one timeout. 3rd and 20 from the 24-yard line.
The 24-yard line.
The crowd very excited here. This looks to be a big play defensively for the Red Devils, looking to step up in the red zone.
For the Highlanders.
3rd and very long, 10 seconds left in the half. One timeout remaining for the Highlanders. Tedesco takes a snap. He looks left side. He's trying to go deep, looking to go to the end zone. That looks to be just out of reach of his intended receiver, Frank Davis Jr. That'll be incomplete, well covered by the Red Devils. Now it'll be 4th and 24 for the Highlanders. 5 seconds left. Obviously, this is going to be the last play of the half. Looking to see, it appears the Highlanders are going to keep the offense on the field. Don't want to throw the kicker back out there. Looking to go all or nothing here are the Highlanders. They will call the timeout, wanting to drop the perfect play. Maybe not having the luxury. This would be a 30, right around 39-ish yard field goal for the Highlanders, looking to keep the ball in their offense's hands, keep it in Tedesco's hands as he's made a couple big plays on this drive, but the Red Devils have certainly tightened it up here in the red zone. Interesting to see what the play call is here. Of course, they look to go deep down the middle on that last play, but well covered by the Red Devil secondary.
No matter the outcome of this final play of the half, it's a huge momentum builder either way. If MacMurray's able to get it in the end zone, that's big time for them going into the half to make it only a one-score game. But if Eureka can hold on, take the 2-touchdown lead into the half, they come out, will get the ball back to start the third quarter, and can just build on this lead.
The crowd getting into it here at McKenzie Field. 4 wide receiver set, trips to the left. Tedesco will have the ball in his hands for this final play of the first half. Tedesco drops back, facing some pressure off the left side, and he will be sacked by that Red Devil defense as the horn sounds, brought down by a gang of Red Devil tacklers. Sacked by the Red Devils at defensive line, coming up big as number 46, Jake Fegan, comes up with a sack here to end the first half of action. The Red Devil defense knew they were going to have a chance at the quarterback. Coming up big, it'll be 28-14 heading into the half.
Just a huge sack there to end the half. Unbelievable job by the defensive line to get pressure.
Alexander Britton, he had a sack early on in the first half, comes away with a big sack there late in the first half of action as the Red Devils will trot off the field back to the locker room. 28-14. As once again, I'm Thomas Harrison. Alongside me is Kyle Cashdaws. We will take a quick break and be back to you, bring you all of the excitement here from the second half of Week 2 between your Eureka Red Devils and the MacMurray Highlanders. Hello and welcome back to McKenzie Field here at Pete Fiorito Stadium as the MacMurray Highlanders trail your Eureka Red Devils 28-14 here as we look to close out the halftime break. I'm Thomas Harrison. Alongside me is Kyle Cashdollar as we saw several alumni football players honored at halftime. Great to see the alumni presence here back on campus watching their football team jump out to an early lead here over the Highlanders. That early lead, Kyle, why don't you break down what helped the Red Devils get out to that early success here in the first half?
Well, just like last week, we saw a strong passing game coming out of the gates, balanced out by Grant Jokums on the ground. He's getting around 3 to 4 yards a carry almost every time, it seems. Really makes the defense focus on the run. Then the Red Devils offense can go long. On the defensive side, we saw 2 drives in a row on interceptions by the corners from this defense. Great job. Another great stop late in the half. Really get the momentum going into the half, and hopefully they can carry this into the third quarter.
As the Red Devils will get the ball here coming out of halftime, like Kyle mentioned, that defense coming up big, but the offense has seen a lot of success. We saw there late in the half coming up big, driving the ball down the field for a score. We've seen Grant Jokums coming into the season, number 3 on the depth chart, forced into the number 1 spot due to some unfortunate injuries, but he and Sam Walter, the freshman back out of Washington, we have seen a lot of success. Sam Walter going into the end zone for his first career touchdown as a Red Devil. Look for that to be the first of many for a young running back here for this Eureka attack. But this defense, like Kyle mentioned, 2 interceptions early on in the first half, coming with a big stop late as we saw MacMurray get the ball back just a little bit over a minute. They pushed the ball down at one point inside the 10-yard line before Eureka finally shut that drive down. Big stop there for the Red Devils when they ultimately came away with a sack to close this one out. So we are under 30 seconds here left at the halftime intermission. The Red Devil return team back on the field as this offense, a quick strike offense. Don't be surprised if you see them take a deep shot downfield here right off the bat.
Yeah, going back to that final drive of the half from MacMurray, for a little while there, it seemed all but guaranteed that they'd come out with a touchdown to end the half. Huge stop, like you said, big sack to end the half.
Red Devil return team will take the field. It's again back deep to return for the Red Devils. Woodson, Walter, and Douglas. A lot of speed here on the back end for this Red Devil return team. For the Highlanders, teeing it up will be Noah Sandoval, the junior out of Pontiac, Illinois, handling both the kicking and punting duties for the Highlanders. Looking to get this one deep. The Red Devils, a couple big returns. Sam Walter on the last return brought it right out around midfield. Look for him to do much of the same. This kick will go deep down the right sideline. Picked up by Walters as he has the edge a little bit. He gets some room, tight roping the sideline. Brought down around the 37-yard line. Nice return there by Walter. Looked like he was going to just run out of bounds, but he was able to find his way down the sideline, pick up an extra 10 yards. 1st and 10 for the Red Devils coming out of the halftime break at the 37-yard line.
Walter's done a nice job tonight. That's the second good return we've seen from him.
The freshman bursting onto the scene as, again, you look to see him have a fantastic career here with the Red Devils. You've seen a lot of speed, a guy that can be used in multiple ways, a lot of versatility there. So now the Red Devils back in that jumbo set, 2 receivers to the left, the tight end and fullback on the field. They go with the screen pass to Douglas. He cuts it upfield, shedding off a couple defenders, brought down after a gain of 5 at the 42-yard line. The quick shot right off the bat coming out of the half, getting the ball into your biggest playmaker's hands there in Jimmy Douglas III. So much speed can make the man miss. 5-yard gain will be a 4-yard gain at the 41-yard line, 2nd and a long 6 for the Red Devils. Highlander defense looking to make a big stop as they will give it off to Jokums. Again, the counter off the left side, cuts back, brings that ball across the 45, right around the 46-yard line. It looks like it'll be a 3rd and 1 at the 46-yard line. Jokums, again, good for that 5 yards of carry like Kyle mentioned.
Yeah, we've seen that counter play a few times tonight. Jokums has had good success with it.
Just looking to get some room off tackle Finding a little bit of space, 3rd and short for the Red Devils. Third and short. 2 wide receivers. Once again, they hand it off to Jokums. Jokums looks to go between the tackles this time. He'll be stopped right around the sticks at the 42-yard line. The far official looks to have him maybe just short, but the near official maybe a little bit better of a spot. They will say he is short. 4th and a very short one for the Red Devils. Looks like it'll be inches here, as now they will blow it dead. They will have an official measurement. Right around the 50-yard line. Kyle, you're up by 2 scores. First possession coming out of the half. What is your thought process here when you're looking into a 4th and short call?
You know, that's tough. If they were around MacMurray's 40, I'd say absolutely go for it. Also, I know Coach Barth is very aggressive. I'm not sure if we will see them go for it, though, if they come up short here.
You might see, as we look to see where the official sticks, we'll mark this one down just from the initial look. Looks like we might be just a little bit short, maybe just by a centimeter or 2 as they decide to make the call. And that will be short by no more than a single inch. You have to think in that situation, I don't see Coach Kurt Barth throwing the punt team on the field here. He's aggressive. The offense, you can see none of them want to come off the field. They're ready to go for it. They will mark this ball. Again, can't be more than a single inch separating the Red Devils from a first down marker. And there we see the jumbo set quarterback, Drew Barth, getting the play call from the sideline. He is heading right back to the huddle.
Yeah, I agree with you, Thomas. You go for it here. I love the aggressiveness from Coach Barth.
After you've seen your defense come up with a big stop late in the half, the offense had a great drive their last time out. Why not put it in their hands? Up by 2 scores, 13-22 here in the 3rd quarter. This team breaks the line. They will go under center, the rare set. MacMurray crowds the line of scrimmage. The quarterback sneak, as it looks like a great push there from the Red Devils. Again, shout out to the fullback, Wesley Burris, as it looked like Barth was met by a brick wall there at the line of scrimmage. MacMurray knew exactly what was coming, but it's so hard in that instance to stop a quarterback sneak. The great push from the line. Wesley Burris looked like got right in there, pushed the pile. Great job for the Red Devils. 1st and 10 for the Red Devils from their own 49-yard line. Now back to the shotgun set. Again, the Red Devils going under center there. Everyone knew what was coming. It's just a matchup of my guys versus your guys. See who can stop it. The high snap, Barth. The fake, he will take it up the gut. Good enough for first down yardage. A 12-yard carry by Drew Barth inside the 40.
First down.
Again, the high snap had to hesitate on the play fake. The option pulls that one down and goes right up the gut. Some speed. We haven't seen him use the legs as much here in his senior season as we did in the past. But a great job, a great read there by quarterback Drew Barth, as he has enough for a Red Devil first down on the Highlander side of the 50. Barth gets the snap. Play action fake. He drops back to pass, looking to go deep. He finds a man crossing down the field. That one, unfortunately, will hit the turf. The intended receiver was Charlton, right around the first down sticks. Looking deep, read through the progressions, found the man crossing over the center of the field. That ball just a bit low. That'll be incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Red Devils, just inside the Highlander 40. See a couple of new wide receivers checking in to the game for this Red Devil offense. 12:08 here in the 3rd quarter of action. 28-14 Red Devils over the Highlanders. Barth in the shotgun set, takes a snap. He's looking deep once again. A lot of time. He will dump that one off to Jokums. Jokums trying to lower the shoulder through one man. Carries a man 7 yards.
Grant Jokums on the
right around the first yardage marker. Looks like that'll be enough for a Red Devil first down. They give it to him. He caught that ball 2 yards off the line of scrimmage, made contact just a yard past that, carried a man 7 yards to the first round sticks. Great job, the drive there by Jokums. First down for the Red Devils at the 30-yard line. Just a very impressive showcase of power from Jokums, as oftentimes you see the low man wins. Jokums got low and drove the defender back. Good enough for first down yardage for the Red Devils. Barth takes a snap. He'll hand off to Jokums again. Jokums gets a great block on the outside. he again looks to carry a man, gets a 3-yard gain to the 28-yard line. Jokum's getting a heavy workload here in week 2, doing a great job, a lot of success balancing the passing and rushing attack here for the Red Devils. We haven't seen the Red Devils go deep as often as we did in week 1. You see the intermediate passing game, the screen pass, the bubble screen a couple times. You go the screen pass to the running back, all, of course, opened up by that run game when they're able to work very well between the tackles.
Yeah, they've been much more methodical tonight. It's a great drive here to open up the second half. Now under 11 minutes to go in the third.
So give it to Jokum. Jokum gets a lot of space, cuts it back in between the hashes. That'll be good for a 15-yard gain inside the 15-yard line, down to the 12. First down for Eureka. Great blocking on the left side there by that left tackle, Martin Lesesny. Gets a lot of space for Jokum's able to put his foot in the ground, cut back into the middle of the field, get down the field, as now the Red Devils are in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. 4 wide receivers split, 2 to each side. Jokum's in the backfield. Barth takes a snap, looking left. He has all the time to throw. He gets it to Caleb Favre. Caleb Favre working along left sideline. Touchdown, Favre. The out route right along the goal line as Favre able to corral that one, take it into the end zone. Great blocking again downfield by Jimmy Douglas. Great read by quarterback Drew Barth. Touchdown, Red Devils, as that drive kills 5 minutes into the second half. Extends this 2-touchdown lead to a 3-touchdown lead for the Red Devils.
Beautiful route combination there on the outside from the receivers. Caused a little bit of confusion for the MacMurray corners there.
As Caleb Favre, we talked about as talented a receiver as any. Great hands, great route runner, a lot of talent here in his junior season. He is able to corral that one, his 2nd touchdown of the season. Great job there by Caleb Favre, finding the end zone with about 6 yards after the catch. Tanner Kenny punches that one through. 35-14, Eureka on top of the Highlanders here early in the second half of action. See, the methodical drive in week 1, a lot of the scoring drives we saw for the Red Devils were big hits. We saw several 50-plus yard touchdown plays for the Red Devils. Here just driving down the field, about a 65-yard possession for the Red Devils. Great job wearing down that Highlander defense. Now the defense looking to come out hot once again. They ended the first half of action with so much success. Looking to get a big stop here, get the ball right back in their red-hot offense's fans. Tanner Kenny teeing this one up from the 35-yard line. Special teams unit has done a great job all day of covering these kicks downfield for the Red Devils, forcing a very long field for this Highlander offense. Kenny's kick is off, and here we go as that kick will be fielded around the 2-yard line of the Highlanders. Bring this one out right across the 20, met by a herd of Red Devil defenders, brought down at the 23-yard line. Carson Reese brought that one about a 20-yard return for the Highlanders. And Tedesco will lead this Highlander offense back onto the field, hoping for more success than they saw late in the second half. You saw 3 plays, got the Highlanders into scoring possession, but unable to punch it in once they met the red zone.
All sides of the kicking team, number 55, 5 yards added to the end of the run, first down.
Unfortunately here for the Red Devils, a 5-yard offsides penalty on the kickoff. The second time the Red Devils have been hit with an offsides penalty on the kickoff. Won't have a huge impact on field possession, as now the Highlanders will get the ball at the 29-yard line, just short of the 29. Down by 3 scores. You have to think the Highlanders looking to score here quickly, an aerial attack, but again, Tedesco has done a nice job. A couple quarterback draws have gotten some mid-sized gains. An athlete back there, quarterback is again right off the bat. We see the draw. They're trying to work on the inside, tackled 6 yards from the line of scrimmage, but we see a flag that came in almost immediately off the play.
Holding, number 60 of the offense.
It'll be a holding penalty on the Highlanders on Garrick Adams. That will negate the 6-yard gain from Tedesco. 1st and 20 from the 19-yard line now for the Highlanders. wide receiver set. Trips
Ball is
to
on
the far side of your
19-yard
screen.
line.
Red Devils looking to match up in the secondary here as Tedesco will take the snap, drop back, looking back right side as he looks to step up in the pocket, sees some pressure. He looks to roll out and able to dump that one off for a gain of 10 yards
Reception on the play
to
by
Curry.
number 2, Demetrius Curry.
Tedesco did a nice job. He sensed the pressure on the outside, saw pressure coming off of both the right and left tackle, able to step up in the pocket, roll out to his right, dump that one off to Curry. Fortunately enough for the Highlanders, able to pick up about 10 yards on the first and long.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. There were two guys right there that looked like they were just about a step away from sack.
Now Tedesco, play action fakes. He finds a man down the right sideline. The low ball. Interesting to see what the call is here. We don't see anything initially. So now they will confer immediately. First instinct, I thought it was a catch, and it appears they will give him the catch. That'll be a first down for the Highlanders. A low ball, but it looked like Carson Reese did a nice job of getting the hands under it, corralling that one before it hit the turf. Be a 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line for the Highlanders. Some success again once the play is broken down here for this MacMurray offense. Tedesco takes a snap, looks left side, forced to step up and sacked by Jackson in the backfield. He came off of that right edge. The pressure, Tedesco had no time to step up in the pocket. John Jackson with the big quarterback sack. That'll be 2nd and 15 for the Highlanders. They look to get back to the line of scrimmage. Jackson, we've seen him with several times getting some pressure off the edge here on this drive. Finally able to hit home as Tedesco had no time to work. Jackson got right in his face, is able to bring him down to the turf. It'll be 2nd and 15 for the Highlanders. They snap this one, looking to go right side. Route combination, the out route brought down right around the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7 at the 46-yard line to Susenbach, the tight end. You saw the route combo, you saw the flat, the out, you saw several guys in the same area. The Red Devils look like a zone coverage right there. Susenbach found the soft spot, 3rd and long for the Highlanders. They take the snap again, pressure, forced to step up in the pocket. He'll try to run. Evading defenders, trying to work to the left sideline. Big tackle on the outside, brought down right around the line of scrimmage. Looks like he might be just short. As you saw some very elusive moves from the quarterback there from MacMurray. It looked like he was going to be brought down in the backfield very close to the first down markers, as again there will be an official measurement as Jace Bland now into the game at quarterback for the Highlanders, a sophomore quarterback. Quarterback change, but again, you saw a lot of mobility there, looking to air this one out, stepped up in the pocket, made a couple men miss, a big body just able to shed a few defenders and work his way towards the first down marker. We'll measure this one, and the Highlanders appear to be just short of the first down marker, again, within a foot. So Red Devils will try to come up with a big stop here. 7:31 in the third quarter of action. This Red Devil defense looks to step up and get a big stop right around midfield.
Yeah, there's no doubt the decision here from MacMurray. You're down 3 touchdowns. About halfway through the third quarter, you got to go for it. You cannot take the chance of giving Eureka the ball back.
The crowd gets loud. The ball is in play, and the Red Devils jump off sides here. The hard count from the Highlanders will pay off. You see a meeting. The Red Devils, of course, want that call on the Highlanders, but it looked very clear that the Red Devil defensive line jumped, made contact initially. You have to think the longer the officials confer on this call, the better the chance for the Red Devils.
Yeah, I didn't see anything from the offensive line there. This has to be defensive.
Offsides, the 59 of the defense.
As this will be an offsides penalty on the Red Devils, the hard count gets the Red Devils to jump. Coach Barth certainly upset about that one, as you just want to see that discipline, but the defensive line trying to get the jump, trying to make a big play, jumps offsides, but however, it'll be a first down in Red Devil territory at the Red Devil 42-yard line. Bland takes the snap. They will hand that one off along the left side. Met at the line of scrimmage and brought down. Possibly a gain of 2 downs. We've seen a big, powerful back. Hard for just one man to bring him down, as we've seen him drag defenders throughout the course of the game. The Red Devils doing a good job of gang tackling. In that instance, right around the 40-yard line, it'll be 2nd and 8 for MacMurray.
Yeah, definitely need multiple guys on that big running back of MacMurray.
Now Bland takes a snap one there, and great coverage once again for the Red Devils by Walker. Unfazed by the double move. They tried to go to the single man to the high side of your screen, but Walker was right in his face. Did a nice job of coverage, able to get the head around, get the hands up, not create the contact. You don't want a pass interference there. But you can see it looks like for MacMurray, a lot of their passing plays, they're dialed in on one receiver. There's not a lot of reading through the progressions. When they see that lone man to the high side of your screen, they're going for it, and Eureka's done a great job defending it here in the second half. Again, the ball fake to the screen and just out of reach of the receiver's hand, trying to go with the screen wheel combo. Unable to come away with that one. But once again, you really don't see an open receiver. Ball fake to the screen. You try to go to the wheel or route combo that maybe times you have success with. You hope to see the outside corner cheating up, trying to make the play on the screen. The Red Devils not biting on that, but again, not really reading through the progression. Whether he was open or not, it seemed like Bland was going to throw that ball.
Absolutely, like you said, been locked on one receiver, not looking through any progressions. They just know exactly what they want, and they're going to take it no matter if he's open or not.
3rd and 10 for MacMurray from the 30-yard line. Bland back to pass. He steps up. It'll be a quarterback draw, looking to work to the left side. Brought down 3 yards short of the first down. It'll be a 4th and 3, and you know right here, no hesitation from MacMurray. They're going to keep the offense on the field just short of the 20-yard line. Could be a major swing point in the game for the Red Devils. Get a stop here, looking to make this one a 4-score ball game.
Yep, just got to stay on sides and trust yourself to make a play here.
Exactly. We've seen the Red Devils jump off sides twice on this possession. Have to stay at home. As Bland drops back to pass, looking to go over the middle, tipped. Incomplete pass for the Highlanders. Nehemiah Butler stepping up from the safety spot, coming across, knocking that one incomplete. Big stop for the Red Devil defense. The offense now looking to put the nail in the coffin, trying to make this one a 4-score game here as the clock is ticking under 5 minutes in the third quarter.
Each team has had a drive now in this third quarter, and at this pace, it's great for the Red Devils. Through 10 minutes and 10 seconds of the third quarter, at this pace, there's no chance MacMurray can come back if they get another touchdown.
Eureka, a very methodical drive in their first possession of the second half, looking to put the nail in the coffin here as this Red Devil defense has certainly stepped up. The 2 touchdowns Red Devil defense has given up, big scores. The play action fake on the screen as they try to go deep, just out of the reach of Caleb Favre. Now Eureka going to that screen wheel combo. A nice ball there from Drew Barth, just out of the reach of Caleb Favre. Incomplete, going for the big hitter right off the break. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Eureka as they, again, wanted to put that nail in the coffin right off the bat. Nice play call, the ball just out of the reach, well defended by MacMurray.
You know, Thomas, one thing I noticed with the MacMurray offense in the second half, it seems like they're running a lot more quarterback keepers, especially quarterback draws. And that's interesting because now they're down 3 touchdowns. They weren't doing it as much when the score was closer. Now they need scores quickly.
Now the Red Devils go to Walter. Walter, a lot of speed, breaking out to the outside, up the left side, gain of a long 6 across the 30-yard line. He'll be brought down. It'll be a 3rd and 4 from the 30-yard line. Walter, a lot of speed, getting to the outside very quickly. Much more of a scat back. You've seen the talent right there from Sam Walter, the speed on the outside. Great change of pace from Jokums, as Jokums is a guy who can lower the shoulder. He has the speed to break away on the outside, but Sam Walter, clearly the big hitting running back for the Red Devils. If you want to get a guy to the outside, get him in space, let him work. Again, 3rd and 4. The Red Devils have the ball on their side of the field. So we'll hand it to Walter once again. Almost trips over his own feet. Gets across the 30. Drags a defender. That'll be enough for a Red Devil. First down. Big carry there for Walter. Able to extend this drive for the Red Devils. First down from the 36-yard line.
Tackle on the play by number 10.
Walter stumbled a little bit after getting the handoff from Barth, able to regain his footing, cut up the field, first down. Again, you just let the clock tick. You're up by 3 scores. You're still in the third quarter. But if you can put together a long, methodical drive, wear down this defense, the longer you keep the ball out of MacMurray's hands, the better. And this team seeing a lot of success, taking a lot of time as the play clock ticks under 10 seconds here. Great clock management by the Red Devils. Free play as they get the flag on the outside. Barth looking to find somebody deep. He will dump it off right side. Not exactly what Barth wanted, but they will just take the penalty, get the free 5 yards. They were trying to go deep, but the play they had called really didn't send anyone downfield. He found Charlton for a gain of 2. However, the Red Devils getting the encroachment penalty. They'll just take that. It'll be 1st and 5 from the 41-yard line. Offsides for Knox. The Red Devils 1st and 5. It's just been great to see the progression of quarterback Drew Barth over the previous few seasons here in his senior year, just how well he leads this offense, just the mindset he has looking to go downfield, just the touch he's had on those deep balls. Great job airing it out. This offense has really progressed from a year ago where they weren't afraid to air it out, but this was really a ground and pound offense.
Oh, absolutely. You knew it was going to be very heavy run offense. And now with Lee Anthony gone, you can really see what you have in quarterback Drew Barth. Like you said, let him air it out a little bit and see what you have.
As the draw goes to Sam Walter, he takes it across the sticks for a first down for the Red Devils into Highlander territory at the 48-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. Again, like Kyle mentioned, you just see the progression, really looking to air it out here. These wide receivers, so much talent, and these guys did such a great job blocking downfield in the run game. Now they're getting a chance to showcase their talents in the air as they hand to Walter. Again, the counter to the left side, looking to get a block to the outside. He is brought down just short of the 40. Great pursuit for the Highlanders by Washington. We've seen for the Red Devils, Walter checking out of the game a gain of 6. We've seen that counterplay much more here in week 2, and the Red Devils have had a lot of success. You just see the quick step towards the right side, plant the foot in the ground, come back to the left, able to get a little bit of room, get some guys out on the edge, blocking out in front. 2nd and 4 for the Red Devils from the 42-yard line. Barth gets the ball, hands off to Jokums. Jokums looking to work left side, brought down by Washington. Called down. Jokums got up like he didn't think he was down. I think I might agree with him. I don't know if his knees ever touched the ground. Jokums was carried kind of across the body of Washington, got up. He was ready to take off and head for the end zone. Be good for a first down, but I think I agree with Jokums. I don't think he was down.
Yeah, there was definitely no knee or elbow, it didn't seem like, but unless there was a forearm or shin, I agree with you.
Ball on the 36-yard line of MacMurray.
Ball at the 36, 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. Barth will look to take the snap once again. Barth takes the snap. He play action fakes to Jokums. They go with the slant to Jimmy Douglas III. Jimmy Douglas cuts back outside, brought down at the 24-yard line. That'll be good for a first down for the Red Devils inside the 25, knocking on the door of the red zone.
Corbin Edwards, first down for the Red Devils.
First down for the Red Devils, and we've seen that RPO so many times. The quick hitting on the slant. If you get a little bit of cushion, why not get the ball into the hands of your best playmaker? Let him work, as we saw the first touchdown of the game, got the ball worked clear across the field into the end zone. Get playmakers the ball in space, and you will have some success, as the Red Devils have shown that time and time again here in the early going. As the clock ticks down here in the third quarter of action, they hand it to Jokums. He looks to work around the left side, makes one-man miss, lowers his shoulder, brought down by a gang of Highlanders around the 20-yard line. That'll be a gain of a long 4, 2nd, and a long 5 from right around the 20, again knocking on the door of the red zone. 30 seconds on the play clock, as it looks like the Red Devils will run this one down. End the third quarter of action, leading 35-14 as they run this one down. we would once again like to remind you that, ladies and gentlemen, this broadcast is brought to you in part by Harrod Law Firm, PC. Harrod Law Firm serves clients in criminal defense, family law, probate, and litigation. Call Harrod Law Firm at 309-467-2381. Also, this broadcast is brought to you by Superwash, located at 104 South Calendar Street in Eureka. Call Superwash at 309-467-4825 as this Red Devil bench is getting excited. Jump around comes on. You see the water bottles flying everywhere as this team ready to close this one out, leading 35-14. This offense is driving down the field, looking to put the nail in the coffin here over former UMAC rivals, the MacMurray Highlanders. Still a full crowd here as everyone wants to see the conclusion of this game. Well, this game might have meant a little bit more when the Red Devils were in the UMAC. Now that they're in the NAC, don't think the hard feelings are gone from this matchup. This was a matchup that every team had scheduled on their calendar. They had it circled. Really looking forward to this matchup in the previous seasons. These two teams not too far away from each other geographically, but they were both just fighting for that UMAC title year in, year out. The Red Devils won the title, moved to the NAC, win the title again. The Highlanders want their shot at them, and the Red Devils here up by 3 scores, looking to make it 4. Close this one out here on their home turf.
Yeah, they may not be in the same football conference anymore, but a bunch of these guys on both sides play multiple sports and are still SLIAC rivals in all the other sports.
Yeah, these guys certainly, they will see each other, and the rivalry did not just vanish with the change in conference. A lot of excitement here as the Red Devils now, ball is back in play. Burris motions to the left side, play action fake from Barth. He rolls out to the right, tries to go deep right side to Pierce Bradford, touchdown in the right corner. The dime from Barth to Bradford, touchdown Red Devils. They make it a 4-score ball game here. 1 play into the 4th quarter of action.
That was just absolutely money from Barth. Couldn't have placed that any better, and Pierce makes a great catch.
He gets the man on the run. Pierce had position on the ball, back shoulder turns. Great play on the ball in the air, touchdown. Beautifully drawn up, great execution, shifting the pocket, great blocking. Drew Barth delivers another dime for this Red Devil offense as he continues to just put on a show here in his senior season. The extra point, the snap, the kick is blocked, picked up by the Highlanders. Now they will get a chance to return this. Tanner Kenny trying to run down the return man of the Highlanders. As the Highlanders look to run this one back as they will now get 2 points on the blocked extra point, return that one. So now the score will be 41-16 for the Highlanders. Number 3, Jaquise Goins, a defensive back for the Highlanders. Great speed, as we know. Tanner Kenny, a 4-3 guy. And for the Highlanders, Goins just turned on the jets and was able to fly down that far sideline. It'll be 41-16. The Red Devils here still with the 25-point lead, making it a 4-score ball game. And the Highlanders, though, a little bit of momentum here off of the break. Unfortunate, you don't want to see that for the Red Devils, but this defense looking to make a big stop again, shut this one down. Let's not let that return shadow the beautiful drive by the Red Devils, driving the length of the field. Quarterback Drew Barth rolling out again, just an absolutely beautiful ball to the back corner of the end zone as Pierce Bradford in his sophomore season really looking to break out, a guy with great speed, but again, just the ball skills in the air right there, able to get that one off the back shoulder. Great play by the Red Devils. They lead 41-16, 14:53 remaining in the contest.
Yeah, like you said, it's now a 4-possession game, and MacMurray only had the ball 1 time in the 3rd quarter, so at that pace, there's no chance here unless they change something. They can't do all these quarterback keepers like they did on that first drive of the half. They've got to start airing it out.
Certainly got to air it out. Their 2 scores have come through the air on big plays down the field, but this Red Devil defense, clearly they're ready to shut it down. The secondary has certainly tightened things up. They have figured it out, as we've seen the Highlanders go back to that same play, trying to go deep, not having a lot of success. This low squib kick on the ground for quite some time, picked up around the 15-yard line by the Highlanders, tackled just short of the 30.
Number 31.
As MacMurray will look to start their counterattack just short of the 30-yard line. 14:46 left in the contest. 41-16, Eureka College over MacMurray.
You know, that last drive from MacMurray, I was surprised with all the quarterback keepers, as I mentioned a couple times now. But the reason I was surprised was because they had so much success in the air, like you said, in the first half. I know that their quarterback was their leading rusher last week, but keep going with what's working for you instead of changing things up.
Yeah, they switched quarterbacks. They went from Tedesco to Bland. Bland had a little bit of success in the early going, but here the Highlanders having some confusion with the personnel, forced to take a timeout. Certainly not what you want to see with 14:46. The clock wasn't running. Your first play of the drive. Really the worst case scenario there for the Highlanders, as that is not what they wanted, forced to call a timeout. Now down to 2 timeouts late in the second half as they're looking to cut into this Red Devil deficit, as the Red Devils have looked dominant here in the second half. The Red Devils outscoring the Highlanders 13-2 in the second half of action. We saw in week 1, the Red Devils tied at 14 heading into half before they really came out and put it on Knox. Here in the second half, the Red Devils have done much of the same in week 2 as they have really turned it on in the second half of action. They will go play action screen to the right side. Will the Highlanders knocked out of bounds. Looks to be good for a gain of 10 yards, first down for the Highlanders.
Number 8, Lane Short, the freshman out of Gibson City.
Lane Short, the tackle for the Red Devils. Highlanders first down, looking to hurry things up. Once again, from their own 39-yard line, the Red Devils looking to get set here defensively as the Highlanders really looking to push the pace. The Red Devils seeing some pressure off the left side. Ball is on the ground. A couple of Red Devils hit the ground. Appears that the Highlanders able to get that one back, fortunately enough for them, as the Red Devils really weren't even set defensively. They just saw a lot of shifting, and then Bryson Smith came off that right edge, wasn't even set, unevaded to the quarterback, able to knock the ball out. Fortunately enough for the Highlanders, able to pick that one up, but that'll be a sack fumble recovered by MacMurray for a loss of 6 yards.
2nd and 17.
Second and a long 16 for the Highlanders. They look to get the play call from the sideline, trying to figure some things out here as they just cannot figure out a way around this Red Devil defense. So they give it back to Bland. He has a lot of time to throw, looking to go deep down the middle of the field. Incomplete, intended for number 2, Demetrius Curry. Nice coverage down the field. Once again, by the Red Devils, there was number 15, Adrian Walker. Tight coverage right on his hip.
3rd and 17 for MacMurray.
As Bland had a lot of time to throw, was able to step up, set in the pocket, looking for the post down the field. The Red Devils doing a good job of sticking with that deep coverage. Now it'll be a 3rd and very long for MacMurray. 3rd and a long 16 from the 33-yard line. Blaine will drop back to pass. He's looking to go down the left side. That ball up in the air for quite some time. Incomplete, just over the head
Number 7, Frank Davis Jr.
of Frank Davis Jr. Nehemiah Butler coming in over the top. Davis kind of had a short on that one as he knew the pressure was coming. Butler laid the hit on him afterwards, as now it looks like the Highlanders will be forced to put the punt team on the field.
I'm a little surprised they're opting to punt here. I know it's 4th and very long, but they're sort of getting to the point of desperation here where at some point in the next drive, they're going to have to go for it no matter what happens.
Exactly. Like you mentioned, Kyle, a little surprised to see it. Again, 4th and very long from deep in their own zone, but a 4-score ball game here in the 4th quarter. You've just got to hope and pray for something to happen here as that kick, a low line drive, as that will bounce inside the 30. A nice bounce for MacMurray. So that will be down around the 23-yard line of the Red Devils. As now the offense will once again take the field up 41-16, 13-17 on the clock. Look to see a heavy ground attack. Any passes just to be short, quick hits. So you're just looking to keep the clock running with this 25-point advantage late in the contest. Just run the clock as much as you can. They did a great job of that in the 3rd quarter. Like you mentioned, Kyle, 2 possessions for the Red Devils to just 1 for MacMurray, burning about 10 minutes of clock.
Yeah, and at this point, all they need to do is chew the clock. You don't need to worry about driving the ball down the field and scoring. That'd be great. But at this point, you really are just playing the clock.
As the penalty flag will come out from the back judge to see what the call is here. Illegal substitution on the offense. 12 men on the field as now quarterback Nick Holman is into the game for the Red Devils. number 12, Nick Holman, the backup quarterback this season, but don't let it fool you. This is a man that led the Red Devils to a UMAC championship 2 seasons ago, came in week 3 after the Red Devils had fallen to 0-2, and that was a team that everyone looked at, and you knew it was just too good to be 0-2. Nobody had any doubts in this team. You just knew something had been going on. This team just needed to right the ship, and they had a chance at it, and that is exactly what they did. They won the conference. Quarterback Nick Holman was the one that led them there. He is into the game now. We see Jalen Armstrong, a senior running back out of Metamora, on the carry. He will gain 3 on that carry. It'll be 2nd and 12 for the Red Devils. See some substitution, getting some guys some action here early in the season. Great to see as the Red Devils, and we'll be back in action next week at Albion in a noon contest before taking a week off for facing conference foe. And the team picked to finish first alongside the Red Devils, Aurora, in a 1 p.m. kickoff on October 5th. Certainly a big one to check out. If you can make that road trip, you're not going to want to miss it, as that is going to be a battle of a couple of powerhouses here in the NAC Conference.
Ball carrier number 24, Jalen Armstrong.
Jalen Armstrong once again with the carry, a pickup of about 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 9. For the Red Devils, we see a couple receivers checking into the contest. You don't really want to force the ball here. You don't want to get reckless. You don't want to do anything. Can maybe be a turnover. But you're still going for that first down, maybe just a quick hit, that intermediate passing range, maybe some crossing routes, something, just try to get around the first down markers.
Yeah, and if nothing's open around the markers, just put it off in the flat, keep that clock running.
Holman takes a slap, low snap, looking to go to the outside. He will step up and tuck this one, run it, looking to spin away from defenders. He will gain what he can, tackled at the 30-yard line. It'll be 4th and 2 from the 30. Again, get what you can. Nick Holman did a nice job there. You keep the clock running in that instance as well. Tucks that one and runs. 11, 14, and ticking here for the Red Devils, 4th and 2. Nice job there by Holman, not forcing anything. He saw the men covered downfield, and he didn't try to force it. He stepped him in the pocket, used the mobility, just tucked that one, ran, held onto the ball, did a nice job making sure that they can't rip that one out, forcing a 4th and short for the Red Devils as they will send the punting unit onto the field. Tanner Kenny back deep to punt for the Red Devils. Kenny will get the snap and boot this one. A nice punt from Kenny. We fair caught right around the 40-yard line of the Highlanders with 10 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. This Red Devil defense will take the field once again.
Yeah, not the drive the offense was looking for there, but you're still up 4 scores. 10 and a half minutes about left. Should still be perfectly fine.
The second unit on the field there for the Red Devils did a nice job. You got right around the first down marker, just unfortunately able to pick up those last 2 yards. This defense looking to make a stop once again, as the Highlanders are going to have to be in emergency mode. Can't settle here as they're stopped in the backfield. Great job reading that run for the Red Devils. Number 33, Brendan Durr, a freshman linebacker out of Washington. The read option, they hand it off to the running back, tackled for a loss by Durr. It'll be a loss of 2. It'll be 2nd and 12 from the 38-yard line. The snap, wobbly snap, facing pressure, and the Red Devils will hit home again, as all 4 defensive linemen getting involved on that one. Brought down for another sack. This Red Devil defense finally hitting home. We saw early in the contest, we saw a lot of pressure from the edges, those edge rushers able to force the quarterback to step up in the pocket, but here we saw pressure from all 4 defensive linemen just swallowing up the quarterback. That'll be a sack, 3rd and 16 for the Highlanders from the 34.
This defense can smell the blood in the water, and they are turning it up a notch.
You see this Highlander offense is forced to try to take some shots deep, giving the defensive line more time to try to hit home as they look to go deep down the right side of the field. That throw, great ball, and a catch for the Highlanders. That reception deep down the right sideline goes to number 13, Jose Guillen
Demetrius Curry, number 2 on the reception.
caught down the field. It looked like the Red Devil
play.
defender had a great job getting position on that ball, but a great throw from Bland, able to find his man the half step, put the ball right on the window. You can't take anything away from MacMurray on that play. There was a pass interference by the defense, declined, of course, by the Highlanders. Just a great ball from Bland, great catch by Curry.
Yeah, it looked like Sutton had the wide receiver's left arm, and he caught that one-handed. It was just a great grab.
For MacMurray.
Curry, a big body. They have looked to target multiple times, 6'3", 195. Having some success down that right sideline. This snap. Now Bland forced to step up once again, forced to roll out to the right side. Linebackers coming pressure, turns, throws that one into a crowd. Incomplete. The flag comes in. I'm not sure if I agree with that one, Kyle, as it looked like the quarterback just threw that one into a crowd, and I really didn't see a lot of contact either way, offensively or defensively. That ball's just kind of up for grabs, hits the ground incomplete, but it looks like this will be another pass interference on the Red Devils. And I'm not sure who they're going to call this on because it didn't seem like there was a lot of contact.
Yeah, I saw nothing there. Really, it was just a dangerous throw by the quarterback, throwing it back across his body, across the field, and he's going to get rewarded for it.
The officials now meeting up. It looks like they're trying to figure out who the call is going to go against.
There is no foul. Defensive pass interference.
As they will now wave it off. No pass interference on the play, like we mentioned. It looked like just kind of a flag that comes out. You see that many people in an area, the ball hit the ground. You kind of wonder maybe somebody made some contact. But if you can't pin it on anyone, you can't make the call. Incomplete, 2nd and 10 for the Highlanders from the 18-yard line. Bland drops back to pass, forced to step up once again. More pressure. Jackson had a hand on him for a second. Bland able to roll out to his right around the line of scrimmage, throws that one up into the end zone. That will be caught, and a touchdown for the Highlanders. Bland keeping that play alive. He had a hand on him, rolls out to his right, is able to find the end zone, finds Curry again, just keeping the play alive was Bland. The Highlanders down to their last chance. Bland forced to throw up a couple prayers, and that one hits home as it's 41-22, Eureka on top. So as the Highlanders will look to go for 2 here with 9 minutes and 10 seconds left in the contest.
Great job by Bland to keep that play going. He definitely, it looked like he should have been down in the backfield. Was able to keep the play alive and find the receiver in the back of the end zone.
And you see pressure from both sides coming off the tackle. Bland steps up. Jackson had a hand on him, but just not enough to bring him down. Bland rolls out to his right. Curry able to keep the play alive, keeping his route open into the back of the end zone. As they find the back of the end zone here, 41-22. MacMurray calls their second timeout of the half, trying to get this 2-point conversion, a big 2-point conversion for the Highlanders, as here, with 1 timeout left, they're going to have to go onside, try to get that ball back off the kickoff, as again, they're in desperation mode, as they can't afford to let the Red Devils get the ball back. Defense takes the field once again, coming out of the timeout. And the Red Devils, 48 points in week 1, 41 so far in week 2. This high-powered offense, the defense has done a great job of getting the ball back in the offense's hands. All 3 phases executing very well today. Of course, MacMurray had the block extra point they took back to the house, but that's just something you really don't account for. Just a nice play by MacMurray getting some pressure on the extra point. It's the read option. Bland will take this one right up the gut. He will fake it up the middle. 2 downs, but he takes up the middle. Jace Bland, 2-point conversion, good for the Highlanders, 41-24. 9:04 in the contest. Again, Kyle, you have to think the onside kick is coming here as you see the hands team getting ready for the Red Devils.
Yeah, still up 3 scores. Only 9 minutes left, so yeah, it's pretty much guaranteed here.
.904 remaining in the contest. But once again, we would like to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, this broadcast is brought to you in part by Harrod Law Firm PC. Harrod Law Firm serves clients in criminal defense, family law, probate, and litigation. Call Harrod Law Firm at 309-467-2381. This broadcast is also brought to you by Superwash, located at 104 South Calendar Street in Eureka. Call Superwash at 309-467-4825. Now the Red Devil hands team will take the field. You'd think maybe you see a couple more men for the Red Devils up around the 50, but it looks like they're anticipating the kick deep. I think for MacMurray here, you have to think at least a squib kick is coming, trying to recover something, as they really haven't kicked it deep all day. When they have, the Red Devils have had some great returns. So they will kick it deep. This one fielded by Walter around the 10. Walter up the left side. Brings the ball up to the 26-yard line, as the Highlanders are going to have to get a stop here, or you have to think this game is virtually over.
Yeah, I'm surprised, like we talked about, that they kicked that deep, because with only 9 minutes left in this game and the pace of the third quarter, I don't see how they're going to get the ball back 3 more times to tie this or take the lead, and that's without the Red Devils scoring.
As
now Drew Barth back into the contest, we will see the first unit back into the game for the Red Devils. So it looks like they just need a couple first downs here. They had the second unit in on the previous possession, going back to the first unit after the Highlanders able to come away with a quick score. So they hand this one off to Walter. Walter dancing around the middle of the field in between the hashes, brings it up, 7-yard gain for Sam Walter. Be a 2nd and 3 for the Red Devils from the 32-yard line.
There was a gain of 7 yards on the play.
Letting the clock run here, 25 and ticking on the play clock, 8:30 and ticking on the game clock. Certainly taking their time here to break the huddles. You just want to get a couple first downs. Take as much time off the clock as you can if you're the Red Devils. The snap here, once again, the handoff to Walter along the outside. Brought down in the backfield.
Walter, the ball carrier.
The Highlanders doing a great job of getting pressure right there. Was number 93, Briston James, for the Highlanders. Able to force some pressure off of that left side. Drop Walter for a loss. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Red Devils from the 30. Taking some time here. Once again, a first down would be huge for the Red Devils, and just closing this one out. Taking it easy. If you can get that first down, you can get at least 2 more minutes, regardless of what you do on the next set of downs. That pass complete along the left side for the Red Devils. That'll be good for a first down by Favre at the 38-yard line. Great job there on the out route. Again, Favre, a great route runner, great hands, get the ball in his area. He's going to come down with it. First down, big first down, is now the Red Devils will be able to burn more clock. Let this one run down under 7 minutes.
Yeah, since they got the ball back, they've only run 3 plays, but over 2 minutes now off the clock. If they can get 1 or 2 more first downs, this game is basically on ice.
Barth back to take the snap, hands it off to Walter. Walter once again cuts it back through the middle, makes a couple men miss. Still on his feet, fighting the pile right around the first down marker. Brought down just short after a 9-yard gain to the 47-yard line. Walter, 8 yards on the carry. Doing a great job of just keeping the feet moving, getting into the pile, waiting for help, and they push that pile for a few yards. It's a great spot, as it looks like now they'll give him 9 yards. It'll be 2nd and 1 from the 48-yard line.
I think I can speak for the both of us here that I've just continued to be impressed by the depth of this team.
Yeah, you see in week 1, the top 2 running backs go down early on in the first quarter. You see the next man up in Jokums, now Walter, a guy that was seeing a lot of reps at wide receiver before the previous week. Really didn't see a ton of running back reps until the first 2 guys went down. Gets the ball right back here. A 6-yard gain. That'll be another first down for the Red Devils to the 46-yard line. A guy that really maybe wasn't even a running back before a week ago. Coming in, seeing a lot of meaningful carries. He saw his first touchdown as a Red Devil going off the right side of that strong offensive line of the Red Devils. They've done a great job all day in pass protection and in run blocking. Kyle, like you mentioned, the depth of this team, the next man up mentality. This showed why this team is prepped and ready to make another run at a conference title. They want to get back to the NCAA tournament for a third consecutive season. Bart takes a snap, hands off to Walter, the counter to the left side again, puts a foot in the ground, cuts up. He is met hard at the 37-yard line after a gain of 8. We've seen Walter see so much success. You see the counter, but he gets to the edge. He has done a great job of putting his foot in the ground and cutting back upfield. You see a lot of times guys with that much speed just trying to get to the corner, trying to beat guys, but oftentimes in college, you're just not going to have that luxury. So you're seeing much better athletes than you saw at the high school level across the board. He tries to get to the outside, sees he doesn't have the corner, puts his foot in the ground, cuts upfield. He was met hard, unfortunately still down on the field after a gain of 8 to the 38-yard line. But right as we mentioned, the depth of this team, now a guy, the change of pace back here, now that you're down to 3 and 4, he's down on the field. Something you hate to see in any contest, but again, certainly hate to see with just 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter of a game you're trying to close out.
It appeared that the Eureka College player shaken up on the play was number 4, Sam Walter.
On the field, we would like to remind you, again, shout out to this training staff doing such a great job of keeping these athletes healthy, doing everything they can to take care of these guys on and off the field. They had done a great job today and throughout the season. These guys put in so many hours that you don't see on the field day in and day out. The great job these guys do, the coaching staff, the strength and conditioning staff doing, keeping these athletes in great shape, prepping them for these title runs. Make sure you follow along all these title runs on EurekaRedDevils.com. As you can see the post-game write-up, you can see the pre-game stories from week to week. You can see all of the statistics and follow all of your Red Devil sports at EurekaRedDevils.com. If you would like to watch the rebroadcast of this contest or watch any future broadcasts, make sure you tune in to the Eureka Red Devils page on YouTube. As again, all of these games are archived from year to year. You can go back and watch anything. If you want to see some of the great contests that this Eureka team has played in the past, they will be archived on the Eureka Red Devils YouTube channel. Make sure you check that out. But again, make sure you tune back in a few weeks as we'll be back home. Our next contest will be homecoming on October 19th against Concordia Chicago, a 4 p.m. kickoff for the Red Devils. So now Sam Walter is up and walking off the field. Certainly great to see a guy up and walking under his own power. The training staff taking care of him as the offense will head back onto the field. 5 minutes on the clock. The clock will run once again once the ball is put in play by the officials. It'll be second and a long 2 for the Red Devil offense from the 38-yard line. Now the ball's in play. The clock is ticking under 5 minutes. The snap, they will hand this one off to Armstrong off the left side. Armstrong has a little bit of room to work. He sheds a defender. He is able to drive the pile. Pile still up, brought down short of the 25-yard line, but there is a flag in the backfield for the Red Devils. It looked like right as Armstrong looked to hit the corner, the flag came down. Likely a holding penalty there on the left edge.
Holding. Offense, number 8.
That will come on the tight end, number 8, Colby Crittenden. Again, right in the area, just the holding off the left edge, trying to spring a guy open. Fortunately, maybe just got a guy a little bit wrapped up there. Will negate the first down of the Red Devils.
Yeah, it's too bad. It was a great run by Armstrong.
It really just found the room off the left side, did a great job of covering up the ball. As here, the one thing you can't afford to do late in the game here is cough up the ball. You can't have an untimely turnover. Of course, you get what you can. You want to get that first down, but number one priority is just hold on to the ball. Great job there by Armstrong as he gets stood up in the pile, able to possess that one. It'll be a 2nd and 12 for the Red Devils after that holding penalty from the Highlander 48. So I hand this one off to Armstrong once again. He looks to bounce outside. He's able to get right around the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 9 from the 45-yard line of the Red Devils. The clock will tick under 4 minutes here as there's 30 seconds left on the play clock for the Red Devils. Look to get as much time off the clock as you can. Probably run another one. Just burn another 40 seconds. Depending on where you get, you might be in Tanner Kenny range. As we heard in practice this week, he was consistently hitting from 45. He had a couple from the 50 range. Interesting to see. They might throw him out there. If not, the punt, you certainly hope he's just a guy who can pin guys deep inside the 5, force this Highlander team to burn the rest of the clock, trying to put a possession together. It's a play action pass. Barth steps up, evades pressure. He steps up, rolls the right side. That ball tipped by a few defenders, hits the ground. Great job by Barth. He was able to keep his footing and evade the pressure in the pocket, roll out. The mobility of Barth, just such a plus, as we've seen here throughout the course of this contest, where he has rolled out, put a couple balls on a dime. Just very elusive as a quarterback, but able to keep his eyes downfield, doesn't get lost when he's evading pressure, still looking downfield, trying to make the play. The clock will stop, unfortunately, for the Red Devils, but they will bring out the punt team as Tanner Kenny will be set to punt right around the Red Devil 40.
Yeah, this is the downside of running a pass play on third down. If it works out, it's great. You can basically hold on to it for the rest of the game. If not, you're punting and giving it back to him.
As Kenny gets a nice bounce on that punt. Did a nice job. The snap was bounced into him, but able to get that one, the punt, to the 15-yard line as the Highlanders will take over 1st and 10 with 3:24 left in the contest, down 41-24. So now the Red Devils, you're just in that prevent defense. Don't let anything get over the top of you. Just trying to close this one out, advance to 2-0 on the season. You have these early former conference rivalries before you get into the conference games. You certainly just can't afford to drop one of these games, as it can be a huge momentum swing looking into the season. The Red Devils have done a great job of avoiding the trap, as they have just been very dominant in the first 2 weeks of the season. So now the man motion to the left, as now the Highlanders will run it off the left side, brought down short of the 20, as the Highlanders, in this situation, under 4 minutes, you realistically know that you're not coming back. You just try to put a possession together, get something to build on heading into week 3. So you're just trying to have that one last successful drive. Just know that you put some things together, end it on a high note. So Highlanders play action fake, looking deep down the left side. Bland will roll out, and he is brought down in the backfield once again. That'll be a sack by the Red Devils. This defensive line has done a great job getting home on the quarterback. Caleb Merritt, a sophomore defensive lineman out of Eureka, Illinois, hits home on the pressure, forced him out of the pocket, able to trip him up on the outside. It'll be a 3rd and 15 from the Highlanders' own 10-yard line. The snap, and again pressure off of that left side. Able to step up in the pocket is Bland, forcing to scramble. Just looking to throw up a prayer, puts that one near the 30, incomplete. Had a man open at the 30-yard line in Torian Smith, but that ball low, looking to throw across his body on the run, as the Red Devil defense will force a 3 and out as the Highlander punt team takes the field. 2:20 left on the clock. That Red Devil defensive line, the later in the game they've gotten really worn down, that Highlander offensive line, and they have found so much success here in the second half. Great to see out of those guys getting hot at the right time as the Red Devils are looking to advance the conference play.
Yeah, in the first half of the game, especially early on, MacMurray was having tons of success in the air. The D-line just wasn't getting much pressure. As this game has gone on, like you said, they've really ratcheted it up, and it just been suffocating.
As that punt, a nice punt for the Highlanders, down at the 39-yard line of the Red Devils. As the Red Devils didn't even put anyone back to return that one, they just want to make sure no fake. Of course, a 4th and very long. You don't anticipate a fake at this point in the game, but you just want to play it safe. Let that ball get down, and now the offense takes the field. Again, just looking to kill as much time as possible, as now quarterback Drew Barth once again trots onto the field. 2:11, 41-24. Again, make sure you check out the post-game write-up along with all of your post-game stats, as this offense has certainly put on a show in the first 2 weeks of the season. You're going to want to check all of that out at EurekaRedDevils.com. Getting up to the line of scrimmage, quarterback Drew Barth takes a snap, hands it off to Jalen Armstrong up the middle. It's met by a couple of defensive linemen, able to push the pile, however, for a gain of 6 yards. Great job there by Jalen Armstrong. He was hit about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage, able to keep the legs going, push the pile. That'll be 2nd and a
here
long
comes
three.
The offensive line of
As
that
now
Eureka College
the offensive
Red
line will
Devil
get their curtain
offense.
call for the Red Devils, as they have done a
Great
great
by
job
the offensive
week 1
line
and
this
week 2
season.
as they come off the field. A lot of success. They kept quarterback Drew Barth clean all day. They gave running lanes for those running backs. Did a great job of closing this one out. That offensive line, great job. This group lost a couple of keys, losing both tackles last year in Ryan Barth and Jordan Lamb. And they just came back this season, reloaded, and ready to work, as they had done a great job in the first 2 weeks of the season, as now it'll be 3rd and 1 for the Red Devils as the clock will tick under 1 minute. So your Red Devils look to close this one out. A victory over former UMAC rival, the MacMurray Highlanders. Great to see for this Red Devil team. Kyle, I know we saw all 3 phases really work together here, do a great job. What really stood out to you in this victory over MacMurray?
The defense in the second half for sure, just suffocating, like I said. Bland was he was very mobile back there in the pocket, but as the game went on, they were just all over him, didn't give MacMurray a chance here.
Snap will go to Barth, hand off to Armstrong. He is fighting right around first down yardage. Looks like he will be stopped just short at the 48-yard line. However, the clock will run out here as the Red Devils come away with the victory. Great showing in week 2 here, as the fans were excited. This team, against some adversity, a couple of injuries late, but this team really stepped up in all 3 phases. A great victory, 2-0 to start the season, 2-0 here at home. You always want to defend your home turf, and they have done a great job of that, as this atmosphere has been electric for the first 2 weeks. Fantastic to see. Thank you all for tuning in here to the broadcast. Once